What's up, good good soul? On today's reaction episode, we shall be going through some interesting videos together with you through the comment section. My friend, all these good vibes videos are here for us to leave our reaction together through them. My friend, and the intention of us reacting to them is to make sure that we understand how different humans can live in unity, honesty, forgiving one another, and loving everyone. You see, despite the differences in religion, color, or even region of where we come from. If you have understood that, my friend, let's proceed to the next thing which you do here. My friend, we acknowledge the Supreme Creator as the director and driver of our show every day. So, my friend, we never start without giving thanks to them for life and the good day that we have. One more thing interesting. So, this book here has been our guide in different episodes and in our lives. It's full of wisdom, and we refer to it as the guide of life. Today, this is what it tells us. In fact, my friend, this is a message for you. It says, sing, O daughter of Zion, shout aloud, O Israel. Be glad and rejoice with all your heart, O daughter of Jerusalem. The Lord has taken away your punishment. He has turned back your enemy. The Lord, the King of Israel, is with you. Never again will you fear any harm. On that day, they will say to Jerusalem, do not fear, O Zion. Interesting source. That is from Zephaniah 3 from 14. Let's give thanks to our Creator now. Thank you, Father Lord, for your child. Thank you for your breath in them. All glory and honor, Father, belong unto you. Thank you for your might, Father, and your love on our lives. Thank you for the word that you have just read, Father. Dear Lord, as we react to these videos, may you fill us with your love and help us to project it to the whole world together with the child, dear Father. Work in our lives and bless this person accordingly before we finish this video. In your holy name, Father, we do pray, trusting and believing. Amen. Interesting. So let's dive in. Good vibes on the way. Oh, look at this. First video, my friend, is a scary footage found. Do you know what this means? Eh? What this person did means? Oh my God. This is unbelievable. Who is this guy? What's, yo, man, and it's in the middle of the night. This looks like a witchcraft sign from this side of the world. Yo, you good people of Earth, do you believe or know about voodoo from where you come from? You can tell us in the comment section. You see, it's normal for night runners to do this sometimes at night, but now night runners don't usually have clothes. Huh? Or English people do it in a civilized type of way. What's going on? Please, it's unbelievable. This guy looks like he's okay, or is a good vibes neighbor sleepwalking. Huh? What could be going on here? My God, please, if your thoughts about this, it's quite mysterious.
Now they're finally admitting that the aliens are underwater. Well, I hate to say it, but they told us this back in 2012 in May. You ever seen this movie Battleship? The battle for Earth begins at sea? Quick backstory, and then we're going to watch a clip. So this girl used to be a roommate of mine and my husband's, and her name was Kelly, and her parents were missionaries in South Africa. And of course, she and I worked together while she was working on her master's degree at University of Northern Florida. So she goes to the club, okay, because this is how she's paying her rent and everything else at her apartment, which she actually has at the University of Northern Florida. But it was too far. She comes home, she tells me the weirdest story. This guy comes in and he tells her, "You're never going to believe this." He worked for NASA in Florida. He said that they were going to make a movie about it. but that the aliens came out from under the tectonic plates to have a meeting with the Navy. And me and my husband are sitting there and we're like, bullshit. I mean, literally, we're just laying there on the bed and she's laying at the foot and she's telling us this shit. So lo and behold, about 8 months later, this comes out. Okay, apart from the fact that the guy either knew that the movie was going to be coming out or he really did work for NASA, I have a question. This is NASA in Florida. He said that they were going to make a movie about it, but that the aliens came out from under the tectonic plates to have a meeting with the Navy. And me and my husband are sitting there and we're like, bullshit. I mean, literally, we're just laying there on the bed and she's laying at the foot and she's telling us this shit. So lo and behold, about 8 months later, this comes out. Okay, apart from the fact that the guy either knew that the movie was going to be coming out or he really did work for NASA, I have a question. This movie occurs off the coast of Hawaii. It's literally around the islands of Hawaii, and a dome comes down and these aliens come out from under the tectonic plates, right? To have a meeting with the Navy. There's a lot of bunkers being built by famous elites down there in Hawaii, right? You know how they love those TUNNELS? So what if they're just entryways to get in to these ships? We already think they're reptiles, allegedly, for entertainment and educational purposes only. It's at the point now to where I just watched that trailer, the full trailer for that movie Battleship again, and I was like, yes, science fiction. The only thing fiction about this movie is going to end up being the love story.
Hey, Dr. Beatty, what would you never do as an orthopedic spine surgeon?
I would never crack my own neck.
Why?
Well, if you crack your own neck, you have an artery runs through there called the vertebral artery, which puts it at risk of damage, which can lead to a stroke.
Hey, Dr. Brotherton, what would you never do as an orthopedic surgeon?
Squats past 90 degrees.
Why?
Because nothing says patellar cartilage injury like ass to grass.
Hey, Dr. James, what would you never do as an orthopedic surgeon?
I would never let my child ride on a lawnmower.
Why?
I've seen a lot of kids riding on grandpa's lap, think it was very innocent, and the child falls off and their legs get eaten up by the lawnmower blades.
Hey, Dr. Taylor, what would you never do as an orthopedic surgeon?
So I would never ride my bike and attach my dog's leash to the bike.
Why?
Well, when you crack your own neck, you put the risk of the vertebral artery that runs through the cervical spine at risk of damage, which can lead to a stroke. Which I just
These people opened a portal using a rock.
On 3, 2.
Watch this. Watch when it hits the water. I've never seen any water do that before in my life. As always, thanks for watching. Stay weird.
It's crazy to me that they're charging $180.
A rock.
On 3, 2.
Watch. Just watch when it hits the water. I've never seen any water do that before in my life. As always, thanks for watching. Stay weird.
It's crazy to me that they're charging $180 for a dress that I can make for $6 in less than 30 minutes, completely off the vibe.
Insane amount of options for colors, but let's do green since it's closest to the original.
How much are these velvets? $8? They're not $6?
$6. Okay, I'm gonna cut the dress, no pattern, just vibes. Wait, armhole. Wait a minute, that looks long. This might work. If I fold it, it'll be symmetrical. Let's cut out the other side. I wanted her to be snatched, so I bought $5 worth of lining. I'm gonna sew the bottom, the arm, and the neck, which is looking a little tight. I'm not sure Mega Mine can fit through that. See how I did that? That's sewed, that's sewed. Now we're gonna do it on this one.
Oh, awesome. Let me set a roadster. Here you go. Ooh, fire up the rocket!
Oh my gosh, I got so many gifts. I'll follow you guys right now. I'll dance for you again.
Alright, you know what? I'm going all out.
When you're bored, don't forget Bigo Live. There are thousands of live streams from dancing and singing to gaming. You can interact with the host in real time and play games with them. All the streams feature real people. Click the link below to download Bigo Live now.
Bigo, Bigo!
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out. Because your membership is packed with perks. Join today for $1 down, $29.99 a month. Cancel anytime.
Hurry! Deal ends December 6th. Join now online or at your local PF Club.
Stack them on top of each other, and I'm gonna sew from the armpit down the side on both sides, and then at that shoulder piece, just gotta make sure we're picking up all 4 layers. Okay, let's try it out. I'm not an idiot. I understand the concept of clothing manufacturing. This is just to point out and encourage people to teach themselves how to sew, because this is very easy to make, less than $10. You should try it.
If your shoes look anything like mine, here's everything my doctor told me to do to fix it. Calf raises every morning and night while you brush your teeth. Make sure when you're doing it that your feet don't touch the ground. Number 2, get rid of any shoes that are this flexible. These types of shoes offer no support for your ankle or your heel, so you have to make sure you get something with a thicker heel, but also a firm outside. Doc Martens are actually great because they are way firmer and they have a massive heel, although I need to get my sole replaced because this will only make it worse if it's already starting to slant. Number 3 is to get custom-made insoles that you can slip into all of your shoes. Again, these shoes are not good because they offer relevantly no support, so I have to get new shoes, but for now, these work. Voila. Number 4 are toe raises. So you sit on your couch and you lift your big toes like this, and then you lift these toes like this. I'm not going to show you guys my feet because that's weird, but that's basically the idea of it. Like this, like this, like this, like this. Number 5 is to get some sort of resistance band that you can use to strengthen your hip bones like this. Make sure you do it on each side so it's even. Number 6 is to hold on to some sort of shelf or desk, put your right leg up, and to spin your hip bones. It's going to strengthen these hip flexors right here, and then make sure you do the same on the other side. And when you're doing it, make sure you're not moving your arms. It's all in the hips. Voila. And that's it. Make sure you guys are doing these every day. You're going to start to see progress in 1 month. Inserts in your shoes alone will not help your issues. You really have to do the physical therapy part of it. This is very important, especially if you're 23 like me and always walking around the city and don't want to have issues when you're older, to fix it now rather than later. Otherwise, you're just going to end up with really bad hip and knees when you're older, and we don't want that. Good luck, besties. Let me know if you guys need any clarification on any of the moves I did. And also, God bless France for its free healthcare.
Alright, keep an open mind here, okay? The rabbit is from Earth. The bird you're going to see is not. Also, the entire grass around me now is now moving. There are people seeing this right now. They had to stop it because it was freaking people out. I'm telling you right now, this is important. They're about ready to show themselves, and this is what they're showing what they can do. Watch the grass. You're going to see their silhouettes in the grass, and you're going to see different layers of the grass move in front of you. Everybody's noticing this work. Okay, right now, you can hear people talking in the background.
That bunny, what's going on in the grass? What the hell? Beautiful, thank you. Finally. They are messing with everything right now. Look at the grass. There's there's a projection. Look at the grass moving. I don't know if you can see that or not. I swear it's the bird just flew over again. That bird that just flew over is not from Earth. Trust me. Okay. Now that sounds kind of strange. It's not. There's no way it flew over Earth. I don't know how they do that. Amazing. Alright, but right now this grass is being modified. It's moving. It's their silhouette on the entire grass. Everywhere. I'll show you a little bit later. I'm not gonna film with people out here. Because they're already seeing people looking at the grass.
The future of quantum computers might be in CDs. CDs are a kind of optical storage, meaning that lasers are used to encode data directly onto the disk. And a laser in your computer reads that as it spins. They were pretty popular in the 90s and early 2000s, but fell out because they couldn't hold a lot of storage. Only up to like 8 gigs. Researchers are now suggesting adding cells of magnesium oxide,
Which moonlights as a laxative.
because light bounces off of it in interesting ways. So they want to add magnesium oxide as one of the layers. Because here's the thing, CDs are limited by the light itself, meaning that the data being stored can't be smaller than the wavelengths of light making it or reading it. That would be like having a pasta strainer, but the pasta's too small. Magnesium oxide crystals could help contribute to a technique called wavelength multiplexing, where instead of one laser of one type, different wavelengths of light are used together to create a more densely packed area of data. There's actually a lot of research going into the return of optical disks. It has the potential to store more data in smaller spaces than what we currently use now. That and/or adding more layers in a technique called AIE-DDPR and just making the disks thicker could bring a few feet of today's drives down to a single CD, which would be great for quantum computers. The paper is free to read online
if you're into that sort of thing.
Here's my secret to glowy skin. And no, it is not a 10-step care routine. It's actually the Hero Cosmetics Glow Balm, which instantly gives my skin a glowy finish. Thanks to Glow Balm, my skin looks less dull and is left looking radiant and dewy. Formula is so nourishing to the skin, and now my dry skin feels so much softer. It's our secret now, so don't tell anyone. Just kidding, literally tell everyone because this balm really works like magic.
When you hear music like this, you want to take...
Yeah, so last month, apparently some researchers confirmed dream-to-dream communication. So this is the REM space dream experiment, and it was conducted by researchers from Harvard, MIT, and the University of Montreal. Basically, researchers wanted to see if they could transmit a signal to someone who was in REM sleep, and if that signal would be successfully translated to someone else who was in REM sleep. So here's how it worked. Both participants were hooked up to advanced EEG technology to monitor the brain's activity. When the technology showed that one of the participants hit the REM cycle, an audible cue would be given to them through their headphones. The language the cue was in is a language called REMIO, which REM Labs developed. Both participants were trained in lucid dreaming, meaning they were aware within that dream state. So participant 1 would hear this stimulus, they then would repeat it in their dream state. What they were communicating within the dream state was recorded, and when the other person hit the REM cycle, the recorded stimulus would be
I need a ton, especially because it is late. Plus, I've already been munching. Now, the rice, I need to y'all again. Some of this food was donated. This is not rice that I purchased. I normally would use jasmine rice. So, I don't like the texture of this rice. It came out like more mushy than I wanted it to. The flavor is good, but I don't like the texture because I'm a fan of jasmine rice. I'm not super proud of it. I'll put it that way. It's okay, but it's not like, I'm gonna actually purchase some jasmine rice next time I make it.
I had people in my family.
Left it upstairs. And the only reason why I used these canned beets is because I ran out of the fresh ones. So I was like, might as well get rid of the stuff so that when I get my groceries this week, there's not so much stuff in there. Okay, make sure y'all can see. Even the little bowls are still taking up quite a bit of room. All right, let me grab some tortillas. All right, let me open up the cheese first. And I am going to drizzle, oh, I got some of the mixed cheese. Okay, I think I'm gonna do both. Actually, I'm gonna save this for my grilled cheese because that tastes really good. So I do like to drizzle a little bit of, y'all know I only use Hidden Valley Ranch. No, I am not being sponsored, but I'm speaking that into existence because there's specific brands I only use. For pasta and pizza, I only use Bertolli. And for ranch, I only use Hidden Valley. That is a family staple. I've tried Kraft. The closest that I've liked to Hidden Valley is Ken's, but even Ken's ain't the same. It's alright, but it's not that good. Oh, there's another one. I'm gonna zip these back up. That way they can stay warm for my housemates. I'm gonna make their plates after I jump off live. I just wanna show y'all how I plate. So yeah, typically when I cook a meal, either I cook enough to eat off of it for multiple days, or I make a meal to where the ingredients can be used for something else, like this one. The ingredients can be used for chicken tortilla soup, or if I had the time to make the like enchilada sauce from scratch, I would make enchiladas, and if I had the queso fresco and other cheeses. But this will be good for chicken tortilla soup. Because like I can literally put all these ingredients in a pot. The beans and corn, the rice, the chicken, and I can add some tomato or the pico, either or, and make soup. Or sopa in Espanol. And see, you don't need like a ton of chicken for the tacos. I do need some more room on this plate though. You know what, I'm gonna pull the beets off. Well, no, because I'm gonna eat all of it. So. As y'all watch me, you'll get to know I'm an overthinker. And I think out loud. All right, so next, I'm gonna do the drizzle of ranch right on the chicken. Sometimes I will make a cilantro lime sauce with the ranch. I'll blend some cilantro with the ranch and fresh lime, but I didn't feel like doing all that tonight because the chicken did take a little longer than I expected, which is why the plating is a little later, but it's worth it. It's gonna be good. I forgot at least this was the thick cut mozzarella. Now sometimes I'll even melt the mozzarella a little bit, but I'm not gonna do all that tonight. right, so I do want to put a little bit of cilantro garnish in the beans. I'm gonna actually save the rest of that cilantro for when I make the soup. Traditionally, tacos don't actually have cheese, like actual authentic tacos just have the meat. And sometimes I'll make pico, but a lot of times I'll just make like the onion, cilantro, lime mix. I found that out, like I said, my high school friends are all Hispanic. And that's when I found that out. They're like, yeah, you Americans add cheese to tacos. We don't really do that. And if we do, we only use either queso fresco or cotija. Cotija is a dry, crumbly, it's like Mexican feta cheese, basically. Whereas queso fresco is a wet cheese. Okay, so let me grab the pico de gallo. Trying to make sure you guys can see the plate. All right, so this is the pico I prepped before. Let me set that down so I don't drop it because that's heavy. Oh, but that's blocking the plate. Damn. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna move some things around. There we go. Because I don't want it to block the plate. You know what? I think I am going to add a little bit of pico de gallo to my beans too as a garnish. Yeah, why not? Why not? And then I'm going to pull the camera off so I can show you guys the close-up. Voila! Oh, thank you for the super chat, Anita. Appreciate you. Oh, it's okay, Deacon Jungle Cat Pose. You can tune in. Oh, look at all the comments. Hold on, let me look. What are we making? I made chicken nachos. Not nachos. Chicken tacos. And black beans and corn. I made the pico de gallo on the last slide. You guys can catch the replay. And then this is all of the chicken thighs. There's the flash. That's what I was looking for earlier. So this is the meat from the chicken thighs that I roasted off. So we have the black beans and corn mix topped with my pico de gallo and fresh cilantro. Like I said, I'm not super proud of how the Spanish rice came out. Again, that rice was donated. I'm gonna purchase jasmine rice next time. That's the beets. And then here are my chicken tacos. So I forgot to order queso fresco when I did my grocery delivery order. So I just used this thick cut mozzarella cheese. And like I told y'all, I only use Hidden Valley Ranch. I don't use any other brand of ranch. And then I just heated up the corn tortillas in the skillet. And here's the rest of them. I'm keeping them warm in saran wrap inside of this freezer bag because I'm gonna plate for my housemates. Because I'm gonna share with them. Oh, that should be the. Let me get a screenshot right quick. That's a good angle there. Okay, you guys bear with me because you know I'm an editor. And I do all of my own UX design and stuff. Oh, this is a good shot. So I can use that for the thumbnail. I'll edit it after I jump off live. Make sure my hands are... I hate these hand cameras from Graves' disease. It's like, I want the camera to be still. Oh, of course. Sorry, you guys. My screen jumped off. Okay. Hold on. Okay, there we go. That's a good screenshot. So yeah, these are my chicken tacos topped with the mozzarella, drizzled with some ranch And then top with my pico de gallo. And like I said, you guys can catch the replay from the last live. And then I just got black beans and corn. That's a good shot too. And then I, of course, have my beets to increase my iron. And like I said, the Spanish rice, I'm disappointed in. The flavor is really good, but the texture is not where it's at. And like I said, some of this food was donated to me. That rice definitely was. I normally get jasmine rice, but I wanted to get rid of food before getting groceries again this week. I'm trying to get screenshots and my phone's not cooperating. You know what, I'll do a screenshot after I jump off live. Because I want to edit my thumbnail for this live. But I also want to eat, y'all. I'm hungry. I am. I was going to squeeze some lime, but I'm not. I think I'm good. Let me take a look at the comments. Thank you, Anita, again. Blitzy Craig, thank you for tuning in. Bike Life Justin, thank you for tuning in. Deacon Jungle Cat Pose, thank you, my love. I love how my D's Pete's be showing up at all of my lives, for real. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm definitely about to jump off and eat. I'm hungry. And I want to make my housemates plates too. But y'all check the replay from my last live. Ooh, that's a good shot. I want to see if I can catch this while I'm on live real quick. Okay, I like that. So yeah, y'all catch the replay on the other live. Yeah, it's already late. Y'all tune in tomorrow night. Well, it depends on if I have to work Tuesday morning. If I don't, then tomorrow night I will go ahead and do the live review of Jaguar Rights Live, where I joined the panel with her and Dr. Megan McGlover. There was so much healing in that, and I really, really want to review it. But by the time I get done eating and cleaning up, it's gonna be late, and I got to get up early in the morning. So thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all come back again tomorrow night and catch the replay where I showed you how I prepped everything for tonight. But that's how it goes down in Chef D's kitchen. And like I said, if I have had like dry black beans, then the black beans would have been from scratch, and I would have made them with smoked neck bones. And I go all out. Like I really, when I cook, I cook. But these are just canned black beans and corn. And I seasoned them. Then I just garnished it with the pico de gallo, fresh cilantro. And then because I did have a can of beets, I heated those up as well and then made the Spanish rice. So y'all tune in, catch the replay gang. For my first time viewers, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell. That way every time I upload or go live, you'll get the notification. For those who would like to support and donate to my channel, you can submit that to the Cash App. Again, Anita, thank you for the super chat. And shout out to Hong Kong that tuned in to my last live. I love that we are going international. So yeah, I'm about to smash, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Shit, I'm hungry, yeah.
Hey, why you keep blowing on my phone, Methany? What's up?
I need help.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I ain't got nothing. I got a hug for you, though.
Thank you, but I don't need hugs. I need help.
Mm-hmm. What you need help with?
I need $20.
For what?
I need to get cold medicine. I need to get fucking cigarettes. Like,
You don't need no cold medicine, and you dang sure ain't gonna get cold with that $20 ice you trying to get. Get off my phone.
yes, I do need cold medicine. I have a fever.
If you can get one tear to fall, I'll give you the money. Go. Exactly. Get off my phone playing games for the one time.
It's not a game.
This better not be another one of them situations where you make up a story involving you or your kids or something outrageous just so you can go to the dope man house, all right? Don't be lying now.
I'm not.
All right, I'm just saying, this the dope man money. I'm gonna be mad. If I want to see $20 go up in smoke, I'll pick a parlay.
No, it isn't. You fucking... Ooh.
Watch out now. You gonna meth around and find out. Give me the Cash App name, yeah.
D-A-D-O-G-G 1617.
D-A-D-O-G-G. I think I found it. What did it say on here?
It says Hennessy, no love.
I know you... Who Cash App is this, Methany?
That's my Cash App.
Hell yeah. Well, let me ask you a question, the dog. Why your page say Hennessy, no love? Girl, you know you don't drink no damn Hennessy. Who page is this?
It says no love because I get no love from anybody. No love. Hennessy, no love. What the fuck, man? This is fucked up, man.
This Cash App belongs to the Method Man. See, you playing.
No, it doesn't. Oh my God. Oh my God, stop it!
It is clearly a man in this Cash App picture.
No, it isn't. That's me.
You do not own these two gigantic pit bulls on chains in front of this trap house.
Yes, I do.
And I don't ever see you throwing up no gang signs like I see in this picture right now.
Yes, I do.
Hell no!
What the fuck, dude?
Listen here, the dog. Get the hell off the phone trying to convince me you this man over here. This man is black as this phone right here. Hennessy, no love. You finna have me committing no illegal transaction, sending no money to the dope man. The hell out of here.
No, stop saying that. Oh my God. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Thank you for watching. Hi, my name is Juno. Hope you enjoyed the video. And although the video may have been funny, let me tell you something that isn't. Addiction. If you or someone you know struggles from addiction, whether it's those sick rocks or TikTok, you could...
That's something you might want to see. This is my favorite part.
Hey you all, welcome back to Let's Keep It Real. I am back with another video for you all. Joe, ain't nobody gonna hold Joe's hand, period. Not now, not never. But before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Let's Keep It Real. Do turn on your post notifications, you all, so you'll know when new videos are coming out. And remember that everything that we discuss, it is alleged. We cannot confirm nor deny none of the foolery that Joe puts out. None of it, not now, not never. And it is solely strictly for entertainment purposes. I'll be forgetting what I was going to say after I say something about his behind.
It's what you take in. See, what you taking in, you want to take it in.
He ain't listening to nothing that woman is saying. He's just acting like he is.
If you leave it on the table, it's going to be served on the table. And you know this. You's an old Southern man.
Child, you could tell Joe did not like being called no man, and he certainly did not like being called no old man on top of that. Child, if he could have snatched her through that screen like they did on that movie Poltergeist, the old one back in the 80s, he would have done it, because I know he didn't like that at all. You could just see it all up in his face.
She didn't taught you tough skin, because if you had tough skin, you don't have tough skin.
Child, he might not got no tough skin, but that skin is tougher than a leather belt. Just look at it, just hard and rough and shiny and child, and got little big cracks in it. And lumps and bumps all up in that thing is hard.
Because if you had tough skin, Joe, you wouldn't be up here acting like you so sissy.
Exactly. Sitting up there acting out like he Betty White or something from the Golden Girls. As big and burly as he is, he got one nerve trying to sit up anywhere and try to act out like he's so sensitive. You need to quit it, Joe. You is not no strawberry shortcake here. You are the nightmare from Elm Street, the little monsters that hide under the bed and scare everybody. So quit trying to act out like you some old soft and sweet little cupcake or something, because you is not.
To what somebody else said. You, at the end of the day, you is a grown ass man, Joe.
Y'all see how he hung up on her? He ain't want her none of that.
Okay, well, her time is up, okay?
He about a ugly son of a gun, looking out like a big old bowl of hot dogs and pork and beans without the sugar.
You started saying F black women.
Thanksgiving pizza from DiGiorno. We have really crossed a thick arm meat.
Back up! 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 Back up!
Yo, what's good? We're back with another one.
It's showtime.
Even in death, the secrets of Jeffrey Epstein remain tightly guarded. But earlier this year, I spearheaded a Wired investigation that uncovered the data of almost 200 mobile phones belonging to visitors to his infamous File Island. The data was so precise, we were able to map the paths of these visitors to within centimeters, including their neighborhoods, buildings of origins, and the paths they took to get to the island. These digital trails document the numerous trips of wealthy and influential individuals seemingly undeterred by Epstein's status as a convicted vendor. Wired's analysis of the data is ongoing, and it raises profound questions about privacy and surveillance. This is Little St. James, aka Epstein Island. These red dots on the map represent some of the 11,279 coordinates I obtained. They were left exposed online by a location data broker with ties to the Defense Department called Near Intelligence, now known as Zira. Between 2016 and Epstein's final arrest in 2019, Near collected data on more than 200 cell phones that visited the island. We don't know why they did that or which client or prospective client of Near decided to query the data in this way to produce the maps. But the maps you'll see in this video show where visitors to Epstein Island spent most of their time.
This guy's fucking brave.
Yeah, they're gonna get him.
Epstein also had a helipad on the island and owned at least one helicopter, a Sikorsky S-76, which he used often to transport himself, guests, and victims from the airport or elsewhere, according to legal documents and testimony. It's worth noting that the data reveals a regular flow of traffic to and from Little St. James between 2016 and 2019. A lot of people were visiting the island even after Epstein had pleaded guilty in 2008 and served jail time for procuring a minor prescription. If we keep following the data trail and we widen our view, we'll see that the tracking of visitors continues once they have left the island and presumably gone back home. The Near Intelligence data we uncovered pinpoints 166 locations throughout the United States and 80 cities across 26 states. Topping the list were Florida, Massachusetts, Texas, Michigan, and New York. The data points are labeled as common evening locations or common daytime locations, typically their homes or work. Many of the visitors were likely wealthy, as indicated by coordinates pointing to gated communities in Michigan, as well as homes in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket in Massachusetts.
I've got a feeling we're going to hear a lot about Epstein next year.
I doubt it. They don't want anything else to come out.
So this is basically all of the airspace cut off over England. The DoD, the Department of Defense, has literally cut off the whole of the airspace due to apparently drones, but I'm not so sure. There's basically been swarms of drones or UFOs, let's say UFOs, there's swarms of UFOs flying around various bases. Look at this footage from earlier on yesterday. This was actually over a school in the north of England, not too far from Manchester. And considering this is what happened yesterday, and now all the airspace around England seems to have been shut down, there's video footage of this crazy ball thing flying around above Manchester Airport, landing for a bit. It was apparently glowing blue. I mean, what on earth is going on right now, guys? I think we know that the Department of Defense have not shut down the airspace across England because of drones. They've shut them because of these weird flying UFO orbs that are literally swarming over air bases across England right now. The hell?
When did this happen?
Yesterday, bro.
This is breaking news coming out of Manchester, UK. A commercial pilot recorded what looked to be a UAP, a UFO, or as everybody likes to coin them now, drones, hovering above Manchester Airport. And this just gets crazier and crazier. He posts it to his Twitter, but he captures this orb-like blue UFO hovering above their airport. It does come down, and he is able to take pictures of what it looks like it hovers above the tarmac. Per witness accounts, as the security vehicle's approaching the sphere, it jets off into the sky, and they're trying to keep a lid on it. UK officials are not even talking about or even attempting to have a press release about it. Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
What are you doing?
Sitting with my family.
Well, find another seat. That seat is reserved for Miss Anderson.
We can't have closed the airports for nothing.
You saw the videos, the UFOs.
A guy on Twitter just revealed software that can take an Instagram photo and use AI to search open cameras in a location to see if they could find the video of you taking the photo on that day. So the guy who created Die With Me, which is that chat app you can only use when you have less than 5% battery, just unveiled this software where you give it like the Instagram photo on the left, and on the right you see this AI searching through a bunch of open cameras all around the world to see if they can find the people in the photo with the proper location and give you the video of the photo actually being taken. Personally, I think this is brilliant. This must have been so hard to put together. The effect is fantastic, and it's a great way to remind people that you are constantly being watched. It's so much more of your information is out there than you think. Also, it's way easier to find your location at all times than you think. Check out his Twitter. He's got a YouTube video on it if you want to learn more about it. He also has a way to support his page. But yeah, I think this is dope and terrifying.
That's fucking crazy.
It's out of control, bro.
EA did a big thing today. Take a look at this. We called a space Imagination and Creation. Let's take a look.
Hey, what if we made a game out of cardboard boxes?
Yeah, let's do it.
Make a maze of cardboard boxes.
Not bad, but maybe a little too simple. Make it more complex. How's that?
What if we make it multi-level? Whoa, let's give that. Wow.
That's cool.
Oh, wow.
Who are we gonna play as? Make 2 characters with weapons.
Does Ubisoft know about this? Lifeline?
I like this one.
Now I'm weapon hooked.
How about...
Ooh. Oh my god.
Not bad, not bad.
Okay, that's cool. They're doing crazy layoffs.
It should be a death match.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Here I come.
You gotta find me first.
Wait, what if we made it so we could only die from a grenade?
Oh, now I'm definitely going to win. Add a rule that you can only die by grenade.
I'm almost there.
I've got something for you. Almost.
Nice try.
Make it more epic.
Jesus.
Are you seeing this?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Jesus.
Let me take a moment to describe some of the more transformative elements embedded in the video you just saw.
Nobody's clapping.
New friends jumping into an open sandbox, and then creating a new world made of boxes in real time without any coding expertise and in a matter of seconds. The incredible thing is they were able to do this instantaneously using nothing more than natural language.
See, he can't really say the reason why investors should care about this, because it says Electronic Arts Investor Day, right? So this is for investors. But the reason why investors care about this is because this means that they can fire every third level designer. And then the investors make more money.
Over time, you can imagine these same players and others like them continuing to build in, around, and beyond EA's foundations. Maybe even creating experiences that become the basis of entirely new chart-topping IPs.
Ooh.
Represent a new level of symbiotic between our own developers and UGX creators.
Somehow this will cause games to cost more money. Yeah, you guys might think this is gonna save us money. No.
Make it more epic.
What the fuck?
That's mind-blowing. We've got to be in a simulation.
You want to lose that?
he believes that it's very possible. Like one of the things they said, if you could ask AI, what would you ask? You said, what's beyond the simulation?
You get to ask her one question. What would that question be? What's outside the simulation?
But he believes this is a simulation. But if you're Elon Musk, of course you'd believe it's a simulation. People are letting you drill tunnels under LA and shoot rockets off into space, and you're making electric cars, solar roof panels. I mean, he's literally living like some character in a movie. He's like Professor X.
See? It's a simulation.
Fuck what Elon says, bro.
Right.
Oh my God.
Breaking right now at 11 o'clock.
Boy, that ugly one be having the answers be on point.
Deadly house fire in the Hollywood Hills, and tonight we're learning about the man with a very famous last name who lived and died there. Eyewitness News reporter Jory Rand live in the Hollywood Hills with the breaking new details tonight. Jory.
Mark, firefighters had a difficult time accessing this home because it's set so far back off the road, and it's at the top of a very steep hill with a very thin stairwell leading up there. Once they did access the home, they made the tragic discovery inside, and it turns out the man who lived there might have been a billionaire. Hollywood Hills neighbors did everything they could to put out this raging fire that broke out at a home on Lookout Mountain Avenue.
I was going up the stairs, and right as I approached the top of the stairs, the flames burst out of the house.
Firefighters knocked down the flames in about 20 minutes, but found the home's elderly occupant dead inside. Neighbors identifying him as Will Rothschild of the Rothschild family.
We're getting a new roof put on tomorrow, and so I told my wife to email him to make sure it's okay that we use part of his driveway. And he never responded, and I said, well, that's so unlike him.
Rothschild is described by neighbors as an eccentric millionaire or even billionaire with multiple properties and dozens of some of the most expensive cars on earth. But on a street lined with multi-million-dollar homes and mansions occupied by celebrities and the powerful, Rothschild was said to have lived as a bit of a recluse in a small, old, rickety home in conditions described as that of a hoarder, something the fire department seemed to tactfully confirm tonight.
There's probably something else going on there.
Yeah, they wanted him gone.
This is William Rothschild's house. He just passed away in this house as a result of a fire. And apparently he's a member of the Rothschild banking family. This is about $1 million property, but it's dilapidated. And it is in Laurel Canyon on a street called Lookout Mountain. He was known as a hoarder. There's a lot of debris up there. You can see the fire damage if you look. The air is heavy. It smells awful. Like, that's a weird architectural feature for a garage. There's no information about this guy. There is a heavy energy here, I have to say. Every time I roll through Laurel Canyon, there's just kind of a heavy energy. There's a lot of weird shit has happened in these hills.
They were worried he was going to tell the family secrets, so they took him out.
Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only.
I'm just wondering if the passing of Will Rothschild was known about prior. I'm just wondering why the fire seems so strategically placed that no one could get out or in. I was just wondering if maybe his views lined up with the rest of his family a little bit more. Would there still have been a fire? I'm just wondering why there's so many fires on that one street. I was just wondering if the one person who was for social justice was a recluse because he was the black sheep of the family. I was just wondering why the ME's office said that they might need a few weeks to determine the cause of his passing, when typically smoke inhalation is really easily identifiable. Like I said, I was just wondering.
We gotta do a full episode on the Rothschilds.
And the Rockefellers.
What he was all about. He's the richest man in the world, was raised by a psychopath. John D. Rockefeller's dad was named, they called him Devil Bill. His dad, they know all about his dad. This is not a conspiracy theory. The family, historians will tell you about his father. He created him. He was a snake oil salesman running from the law, changed his name. Devil Bill? Devil Bill, that was his name. So he had a bunch of sons, and John D. Rockefeller was one. He was quoted as saying, "I cheat my sons every day. I want them as sharp as can be." He just beat the living fucking trust out of them and just drowned all their trust. So John D. Rockefeller grew up not trusting anybody. Dude, he got busted for monopolizing oil. They finally indicted him. He had to break apart Standard Oil, and it made him a billionaire. That's what made him rich, is when he got busted. When he had to sell everything off, he took over education. Dude, you know how he took over universities? Dude, he wanted to take over the world. He wasn't just trying to sell gas, he was trying to take over the world. Our education system is all based on Rockefeller Foundation shit. Like, he strategically wanted to make school so that we got people just smart enough, this isn't conspiracy there, just smart enough to work. They didn't want anybody too smart.
His name was Devil Bill.
Yeah, bro. All the elite are Satanists.
Above me you can see one of the most evil places on Earth, a castle known by the name of Mother of Darkness, a hidden gathering spot for the elites who do dark rituals and occult practices. YouTube channel named Paranormal Files has recently done an amazing documentary about this castle. They didn't just research this topic, they actually went there as well and did a paranormal investigation. Their investigation dives very deep into the horrible history that this castle is trying to hide. Documentary even suggests that authorities are trying to hide its secrets. If you're drawn to see the dark side of history, because this is very dark, I suggest you check their channel out, and you can find this video in YouTube. I personally want to thank for their work. I think it's amazing what they do. And if you watch the documentary, come back, drop a comment as well.
I'm glad that this place is fucked up.
Mark the trial work for them.
JJ!
Unleash that inner beast.
This guy is known as the Beast of Belgium, and the crimes he committed were so atrocious that anyone in Belgium with the same last name as his decided to change them. His name is Marc Dutroux. In the 1980s, he went on a spree of SAing multiple women. Eventually, he was caught and sentenced to 13 years in prison. Unfortunately, he was released after just 3 years for good behavior. That would end up being a huge mistake. Even his own mother would show up at his parole hearings in order to beg the justice system to not release her son. But they didn't listen, and he was let go. He would then go on to kidnap these 6 young girls, and the things he did to them were absolutely horrific. And it was this house that would come to be known as the House of Horrors. Mark had this fantasy of building a utopian city underground where he would be king and all of the girls that he kidnapped would be his wives. But it was definitely not anything luxurious. It was in this tiny 3-foot cellar where Mark would keep the girls, and he would essentially have his way with them and put them through these miserable and horrific things. And some of the girls were even forced to stay there for months and months at a time. But this story gets much worse, and it's very long and complicated.
This case was insane. Over 300,000 people protested on the streets of Belgium because the government were protecting him.
The government are Satanists too.
I come from a family of people that were deep practicing Luciferians and who had been
utilizing old world religion to try to rule and govern people from the shadows. And I was used as a battery bank for perverts and people that are more than willing to exploit their children in order to blackmail other people and control them and manipulate them. But that was never wasted. And so my family instead took the inevitable shattering and the splitting of my soul and weaponized it in dissociative identity disorder and split personality in order to try to engineer parts and pieces that were more conducive for the family's interest. And so my family comes from a long heraldry of people that do have an appeal to kingship and thrones and powers and majesties, and they execute that as the divine right to rule. They rule from the shadows because they believe anonymity is without question far more effective as a means of controlling the nations than publicity. So I grew up in a family where secrecy was the currency and blackmail was the most effective way to build currency. And so I was a part of that from earliest years of my life, and ultimately led me into a life of a lot of violence and hatred and learning the arts of silence, how to terrorize targets. I believed they were bad guys when they would tell me who to go hunt. And some of them were 100% convinced and witnessed them doing the worst kinds of things to other innocents. Others later on, you kind of figure out that I'm just a wet worker for other people's interests.
This guy speaks too comfortably about all this stuff.
Loads of people have escaped, bro.
I was in the United States, being trafficked in the United States by a powerful billionaire who was basically triaging me and training me in his homes.
Who is this?
I'm not saying who that is yet. I have to be careful what I say.
Is he a person we would know?
Definitely, you would know the name.
Alive or dead?
Dead. He was, he was taking me here. I was in the United States, so I was either in his homes, 3 of his homes I spent time in, or I was in the room in the daytime sometimes, in a bedroom, or I was even at a family's near DC for a week, basically parked in a nice family that treated me well, probably satanic family, and that were very happy to do a favor for this man. After that, was taken to Germany, and I was there for another month in a facility in Heidelberg for what was my mind control training, and this is 1972, and I was 9 years old.
Mind control training at 9 years old?
Yeah.
Why did they take you there?
When I met this billionaire, he had me in his homes and everything to get me used to the life of the elite, so that I would know how to eat, so that I would recognize good clothes, so that I would be comfortable in these environments. And alongside that, we went to on one of the islands on the northeastern coast of the United States and saw there, and this was a Rothschild who was there.
Rothschild?
A Rothschild, yeah. We were with Evelyn the Rothschild for 1 day only. And it was clear that this billionaire, who you would think is just as powerful as this Rothschild, was not as powerful in the network as he was. And he was asking for permission. He wanted to make me into an elite slave where I would become famous in France. And then with that role, I would attract the most powerful men in the world, and I would be able to spy on them for him and so forth.
Was that David Rockefeller?
All right. Okay, there you go.
You never talked about this.
I've never said his name.
You know, you hear these stories and you wonder, there's no way these people are capable of doing something like that.
I don't know how anyone could treat children like that.
It happens all the time.
The mother hid her baby daughter in a drawer for 3 years, feeding her only milky Weetabix via a syringe. The toddler was kept a secret from the woman's partner and her other children. Chester Crown Court heard she had never known daylight or fresh air until she was found weeks before her 3rd birthday by the woman's partner. She was left without food for long periods of time and was so malnourished that she had the appearance of a 7-month-old. The mother admitted child cruelty and was jailed for 7.5 years. The judge told her the consequences for the child were nothing short of catastrophic.
She was sick in the head. Don't mean there was anything satanic going on.
People do satanic rituals all the time and they don't even know it.
What happened to me happened for a reason.
And I heard a voice.
Graven.
In the
We should do a Christmas episode about all the fucked up shit linked to Christmas.
Yeah, that sounds festive. I bet people will love that.
I got a call from will.i.am saying, listen, I want to take this record. Will you give it to me? Basically trying to do everything legitimately. I want to put Britney on it. I want to release it around the world. It'll be amazing for you, you know, as a writer. And I said no. I want it to be my next single. This is going to be my next single. I can't give it to you. I need a follow-up from Young. I was just casually sitting at home, and there it was on the telly. You know, that's me. You found out? Yeah, Britney's just singing, and I'm like, is that my voice on the record that she's singing over? You know, when you listen in the club, All Eyes on Us, All Eyes on Us, you can hear it. My vocals are on the record, so she's singing on top of me. That's why she's got the British accent. And so yeah, it started the long process of another legal case, which, you know, amazingly, thankfully, turned out in my favor. And actually, now I don't complain about it because royalties are good.
They just do whatever they want.
Mate, the whole music industry's fucked.
Because the music industry is broken. Yeah, it is absolutely fucking broken. They have destroyed it totally. 125 venues closed last year, and there's been an increase in the cost of presenting live music by like 30.3% in the past 2 years. They're just like crushing grassroots counterculture. The grassroots are in absolute crisis, but profits at the top are just like soaring, and they keep continuing to rise. And you know, Live Nation are like profiting, like their revenue's like 22 billion, and Spotify. Shareholders, boo, exactly, fucking boo. Spotify shareholders just cashed out over 419 million between them. Meanwhile, they pay us 0.003 of a penny. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It's fuck all.
I bet most people don't know how little musicians make.
I think, about a plan to buy Marvel, the comic business, back in 2001 or 2, I think it was. Let's listen to this.
We could easily go into Universal and buy. We would own Jaws, E.T., Close Encounters, you know, all the classics from Universal. Own all of that stuff. And that will allow us to do a a channel. Part of the Marvel channel can be not only the Marvel characters, but Marvel films, like the catalog. We could do anything we want, from restaurants to retail, theme parks.
Now, you actually got the financing in place, I believe, for this deal. Then came the scandal court cases, and it all got put on the back burner. Disney ended up buying Marvel and doing exactly what Michael had predicted and making a fortune at it. Tell me about this.
He was innocent, bro. They set him up.
Let us know in the comments if you guys want to see us do a full episode on Michael Jackson.
Warwick Castle is a very well-known monument in the world. There are some people that have no idea about it. I mean, they live across the street and they say, what is that thing over there? This has been here almost 100 years in Homestead. This is very recent history. But since it's so impressive, it's very well known, with nobody knowing. Everybody trying to gossip and everybody trying to spy on him, but nobody ever saw him erecting the rocks or bringing them or quarried them out of the ground. This is being put right next to other monuments in the world like Stonehenge or Machu Picchu that create that same kind of energy that is so difficult to explain how this guy could do this all by himself, at night working, building. So when people visited the castle, he always gave tours. That was his way of living. When he gave tours, people would say, oh my God, last week when I came, that moon wasn't here. How did he bring it? And people would gossip around and they would admire him. He was like a celebrity in his own time.
How could one guy build all that on his own?
He said he knew how they built the pyramids.
Oh, yes! Let's go! Yes! Did you get the shot?
If this one man, this one tiny person, can do all of this, then what can 100,000 people do in a lifetime? Echoing the words of Orville, in the 1950s, he labeled the children as a push-button generation. Now, that's the generation of, like, my parents or my grandparents, and I don't consider them lazy, but perhaps their parents did, and their grandparents even more so. I think as time progressed, life's gotten a lot easier. And I think the further we move away from the origin of Coral Castle, the more impossible it's going to be to believe that someone did this with their hands. But I think the more important question isn't how. I think the more important question that might make us think a little bit more is why? Why go through all the trouble to move your castle to a different location that's been set on these ley lines? Why line it up to the cardinal points? Why the celestial connection? Was he just a fan of mystery? We know that he was a romantic. Perhaps he wanted to instill some of that romance into the people visiting Coral Castle. Everyone who visited Ed's place left with a feeling of wonder, and maybe that finally gave Ed some purpose.
How many people were involved don't really matter when you're talking about coral and marble. It's a totally different ballgame.
There's a lot we don't know about ancient stonework, bro. But we'll have to save that for next time.
What up, Ted? We've got to do this week's giveaway.
If you want to win some of our merch, leave a comment on this video for a chance to win next week. It's Wolf Bane 80, bro.
Bang bang!
Pick a t-shirt or a mug from our website and we'll send it straight out, bro.
Preview.
When he was saying things like, you're not even safe, you're not protected, I couldn't take that as nothing else other than a threat. Disrespecting the fam.
And this the video right here. Dude, it's some wild stuff, man. You can tell when somebody you can be a street dude, you can be an educated dude, you can be a lawyer, but it's always you are a good person, you got a good heart, or you got some shady stuff going on. What is up? What is up? What is up, YouTube? I ain't even got my coat off. I ain't even get the headphones on. I ain't even hit the echo. We're gonna need some echo for this one. What's up? YouTube. We're gonna need some echo for this one. Y'all gonna need some echo for this one. Yeah, y'all, not me. Y'all gonna need the echo for this one. Golly. Put the monitor on. I ain't even taking off my coat because it's cold in the studio, but it's about to get hot on this camera. Oh, wrong headphones. Studio, man. I've been in here doing all kinds of stuff. How y'all doing? What's going on? Check this out, man. R. Kelly turns on Ronnie B and threats from Jay-Z camp. Can't we all just get along? Well, hey, My name is Leonard. I ain't in it. Is this the? Oh, this the. Okay, this is the preview first. Let's do the preview first. Now we already put the preview up there. I didn't know Tahir was gonna release it. It's a preview, but let's start off with the preview. That way y'all ain't gotta click away and all that type of stuff. It's only 1 minute preview. Cole doing a lot better, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. This is coming from Too Strong's channel. Shout out to my main man, Too Strong. Yeah, that's why I'm supposed to be on this daggone mic. I can barely talk. Let's check this bad boy. Yeah.
You told me that it was some more stuff about the R. Kelly situation and everything, but did you ever plan on coming out with the rest of the information ever?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro. R. Kelly didn't hold up his side of the bargain.
What?
I stood on my word. Like, at this point, he could have made money off letting me write the book for him and signing the contract, bro. I told him I don't want no royalties. I just want credit for writing the book. But now I got enough information. I'm finna just put out the book and tell everything, bro. And he ain't gonna get nothing at this point. You know what I mean? So yeah, the book coming, bro. And I'm exposing everything we talked about, bro.
Yeah. Well, if you write the book, do me a favor. I want to get the first interview.
To be honest with you, bro, you gonna be the first to get it. You know what I mean?
Right,
you know how we rock. You gonna be the first to get it for sure. I've been to Brooklyn.
All that crazy shit. I'm out here.
You already been there.
Show me you and Marcy right now. Show me you and Marcy. Jay-Z bought you a Tesla so you could call me and act like you too. He bought you 2 of them?
Ronnie Bo has been catching some threats. He even got some threats from some dude that claimed or alleged that he is down with Jay-Z and all this stuff. And I actually gave him a call. And I got some information on that too, but we'll get back to that another day. But just check this video out because it's like really, really, really good and packed with information. Corey and Ronnie Bo, Too Strong is in the house. And we will see y'all next time. Peace.
All right, that was their preview.
When he was saying things like, you're not even safe, you're not protected, I couldn't take that as nothing else other than a threat.
Disrespecting the fam.
And this the video right here. Dude, it's some wild stuff, man. You can tell when somebody, you can be a street dude, you can be an educated dude, you can be a lawyer, but it's always you're a good person, you got a good heart, or you got some shady stuff going on and you got a shady heart. And if you're a wise person, you can actually decipher the difference. I really think shady people have this talent to understand if this person is a good person or a bad person, because if it's a bad person, I can take advantage of and stuff like that. I think everybody may have it, good or bad. They still have this power, this gift to be able to determine who's a good person, who's a bad person, and trust it, because sometimes I say, you know what, this dude is bad. I'm like, something about him is just make me bad, and I'm 99% right all the time. Yeah,
I'll be nice and humble on the podcast.
Okay, I don't know enough about this story to comment too much, but what I'm going to say about that, and knowing people's character, you cannot ever really truly know what's on the inside of somebody else completely. You can make observations based off their actions and their words, and if their words align up with their actions, and you can sometimes get a better understanding that way, but you have to establish baseline qualities and attributes first before you think you can really know a person, because everybody's different. There's always the exception. Not everybody is untrustworthy. I have to believe that. I consider myself a trustworthy person, and even I know that I'm human and subject to error and flaws and shortcomings. So you do need to err on the side of caution nowadays. But you can't always look at somebody and tell. But that's part of scripture about judging by appearances. You can't judge a man based off appearances alone. That's not enough. Because looks can be deceiving, or looks can sometimes tell the truth. You don't know. But if they are deceiving, then whose fault is that? Is it on the deceiver, or it could be on the interpreter. Because what if the deceiver is not intentionally trying to deceive? I'm just leave it that.
I got shot and did Tata, who was Jay-Z best
But Ronnie Bo, he's cool.
friend, supposed to
That's
have
my man.
orchestrated it.
People
Too strong.
was trying
That's my
to
man.
get you to
These my
say
people.
things that didn't happen. Are you talking about like
And I don't even know Ronnie Bo yet.
About?
Not
Is
yet.
it okay if I
We
say
gonna
one
rock.
of the names?
Yeah, I don't care.
Lost Charles White.
What?
We ain't gotta do this shit, bro. We ain't gotta do this shit.
You know what? Holla there, cuz.
When you'd rather enjoy the pool than clean someone else's.
Sweetie.
What? This is getting
Ronnie Bo,
juicy.
what's going on, man? It's been a long time.
Upgrade missed something.
You
Hold
keep
up.
disappearing on me, man. What's going on?
It's been crazy since I gave my number out on your channel. Like ever since then, like I seen how the people reacted. You know what I mean? And I started giving it out on other channels, and it's like I get a lot of encouraging calls. Like I got a call from Huey P. Newton's daughter, other powerful people. But I also done got some calls that I guess you would consider disturbing. Like, well, this dude didn't actually call. He texted me. I can't even say acting because he sent credentials that he worked for the CIA and basically trying to get me to fall back, saying you saying things in these interviews that ruffling the wrong feathers, basically. You know, so that's that. I ain't gonna lie. When I got that call, though, I was. I was under the influence of good Zaza, so I was paranoid as hell when I got that text. I ain't gonna lie to you, but then I got a call
Smoking
from
on that Zaza.
some dude from New York. He said he from Marcy Projects, supposed to be Tata cousin, and trying to get me to stop talking about Jay-Z. I've been to Brooklyn.
Talking all that crazy shit. Come out here, nigga.
You already been there.
Show me you and Marcy right now. Show me you and Marcy.
Why the show you nothing?
Jay-Z bought you a Tesla so you could call me and act like you tough.
He bought me two of them.
He bought you two of them? Them two, I guess.
He talking about Jay-Z. Who are you? You wait a minute. So you mean to tell me you such a Jay-Z fan that if somebody talk about him, because it's no matter who you are in this world, they talked about Jesus. A lot of people gonna like you, a lot of people not gonna like you. He talked about Jesus. So because Ronnie Bo is talking about Jay-Z, you gonna take up for Jay-Z? That must be your never mind. Must be your never mind.
You can consider indirect threats, allegedly Jay-Z people and then the CIA dude. So, other than that though, it's been mostly good feedback from giving my number out. A lot of people say I shouldn't have did that, but it's like, I literally got people from all over the world, and I mean all over the world, not just the United States, but people all over the world. Literally, people calling all day, every day, or texting all day, every day, saying they want to be a part of the movement. They want a copy of the book. So I'm just looking at the positive part of it, and I ain't even mentioned, but this star lady, Piper Press, she a famous porn star. She done dealt with a lot of rich white people from all industries, and she reached out. So I'm thinking people playing on my phone, because it's like I didn't get a number out for this. You know what I'm saying? And I at first I thought she was somebody like trying to set me up, probably sent by the feds or something to set me up. But then after talking to her, I'm like, if you really on my side and you want to be a part of the movement, record a video saying Jay-Z basically. And she did it. So that was her way of showing allegiance to me. But
initiation.
Hey, Ronnie Bo. Do you know what I say? Jay-Z. Jay-Z.
It's been crazy since I gave the number out on your channel last time, bro.
Yeah, I've been seeing you on a lot of different shows too. That's good, man, that you get able to get the word out. The letter that you sent me, is that the one you're referring to? About the guy saying he was the CIA and all that?
It wasn't a letter. It was text messages. I just screenshot the messages that he was texting me and sent them to.
Oh, okay. So that's the same. I call it a letter. Yes, a text message.
In the text messages, he do have letters from government agencies basically to confirm that he really worked for the CIA. You know what I mean? So if that's what you was referring to, but yeah, I just screenshot a bunch of his messages and sent them to you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you, I read that, man, and I didn't take it as a threat. I really didn't. I took it as he was kind of saying where he said, "You're not protected. I think he's trying to tell you that in a way, he's saying you're not protected. I know you're not, because if I really wanted to, I can get to you. But you need protection, and he wants to do some type of work with you, is what I'm kind of thinking now. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm not saying I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't take what he said as a director. I think he kind of almost like you for some reason. He want to work with you, but he's a little upset the way you're doing things because you're not protecting yourself. And I don't know, it just seemed kind of two-sided to me. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I took it.
Let's talk about what Uber riders pay and where it goes every week. Drivers get the biggest portion, then...
Wow, that's amazing, right? You got the same letter, and Ronnie Bo from the streets, right? He took the letter as a threat. And Too Strong, well, everybody, just like me, everybody is from the streets or claim they know the streets or understand the streets. But the way he's looking at it because of education, and I don't want to say like Ronnie Bo is not educated because he wrote a book. He's very smart, but it's two different perspectives is the point I'm trying to make. Why I'm trying to stay normal and not stuck on nobody's toes. Man, I'm street, I'm thug too. Nah, Ronnie is deep in the streets, but Too Strong is more like, I'm looking at it this way. It's funny how they got two different, how can you get two different perspectives on this one letter? That's kind of interesting to me. That's what I'm looking at as I do my research on this stuff.
I'm not saying I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just.
Okay, I like Uncle Mike. I like his perspectives. Oh, somebody sent me I'm sorry, I keep missing these chats. CCM though said, do I react to different artists? They probably gone. Sorry, I missed the chat. I didn't see it. It's hard. I'm not really a content creator, so I miss the little stuff like that. Sorry, I'm still trying to learn everything. What was I saying? Oh, the point I was going to make is, when is the last time any CIA agent ever called some hood NIGGA and said they were trying to help them? I think that is where the apprehension lies, because they don't seem realistic. If CIA really wanted to help black people.
I just didn't take what he said as a director. I think he kind of almost like you for some reason.
He like you and want to work with you.
The way you're doing things because you're not protecting yourself, and I don't know. It just seemed kind of two-sided to me. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I took it.
Yeah, I took it as a threat because I think
he took it as a threat.
Like, they look into your history. They see that I
don't
have
think
never and always refused to work for the government. So he couldn't have been trying to. Well, I see your perspective, but when he was saying things like "you're not even safe, you're not protected," I couldn't take that as nothing else other than a threat. But I see where you're coming from too.
Yeah, and that's why he put his. We're gonna go ahead and block it out. You know what I'm saying? But he put his name and all his credentials on the paper. That would be kind of odd that he would per se threaten you, and then at the same time
give all his information.
His information like that. That was kind of odd.
Right.
But I do say, take a mental note and, stay cautious. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know with these people. And then the
wow, that is a perfect example right there on how somebody can take things the wrong way. And I'm not saying whoever wrote the letter, whatever, what message that they put out, one of them is taking it the wrong way, right? That's amazing right there.
Her name is the Piper Press.
If those things indeed are real, if whatever paperwork he sent him is real, and this person is from the CIA, there's better language they can use if you want to convey that you want to help and not be a threat. Or so I feel like it's one way or the other. You should be able to know if it was done ambiguous deliberately, then being that it's coming from where it's coming from, there's a reason behind it. There's a reason behind everything that's been done, especially coming from that particular agency, no matter who it is.
So she came at you, right?
Yeah, I thought she was playing at first, so I went on Pornhub myself and looked her name up. And she definitely get millions of views on Pornhub, and she on there with a lot of other famous porn stars, so she official. I guess you could say we cool now. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way because it came from out of nowhere. And I'm really thinking like this, the feds or probably even Jay-Z or somebody like that sending somebody to try to think, oh, this nigga probably thirsty, he gonna go. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be our opportunity to.
He probably thirsty. Oh, this is he probably thirsty, so he gonna go. Yeah. What does that mean, thirsty? I can guess at what it means, but that's when you know somebody in the street because they can't get the street vocabulary out of them to get their point across to a nationwide people. You know, that's crazy.
I guess you could say we cool now. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way because it came from out of nowhere. And I'm really thinking like this, the feds or probably even Jay-Z or somebody like that sending somebody to try to think, oh, this nigga probably thirsty, he gonna go. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be our opportunity to get him. That's how I was thinking initially, but I guess I could say we cool. So shout out to Piper Press. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Piper Press. I don't know. You know how it go, man. You out here in the streets. People use females all the time. So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just don't ever know. And I think that, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to really say too much of what I think because it ain't me, but at the same time, I would.
7 Days Hotel, Port Hampton. Connor McDonald rode an electric bike to the 7 Days Hotel, colloquially known as the Lover.
Again, I would stay cautious.
Beware of them Delilahs and them Jezebels. Delilah lied to use her old pastime charms on him. That was somebody Solomon knew. It wasn't just no random chick either. But no Instagram all nothing. That was somebody he knew and was in love with him. They spent time around each other. So, and then Jezebel just wanted to be a woman king. And at the expense of every other and any other, be it through life or death or idolatry.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I don't know, man. It's kind of weird that she reached out like that. You know what I'm saying? Talking like that. But I guess that's part of her business and what she do. She want to stay in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? And she see what you're doing. Things are moving. And she probably has some type of attraction. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I wanna talk about a guy. I don't know his name actually, but you sent me that video also, man. You've been going through a lot of stuff lately, man. Jeez. The guy that allegedly from New York, and he is supposed to be connected to Jay-Z and all this different stuff. What's going on with that, or where have that gone?
Stop speaking on them, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. Stop speaking on them. I don't know what the issue is. Stop speaking on them. That's all I'm saying.
Tell Jay-Z I'm
disrespecting the fam.
ain't nobody scared of Jay-Z, bro. I be nice and humble on the podcast.
You from me? What's your real name? What's your real name?
You know, like I said, bro, it's been
people that's supposed to mean something. They smoking on the podcast. I'm podcasting and telling you to don't speak on somebody, but I gotta show you that I'm smoking. That's supposed to be cool, right? Number one. Number two, you call somebody and tell them don't speak on another man. What'd that say about you? And if he don't stop, what you gonna do? Now you gotta come look for him and handle your business. That's not how real street guys do it. That's just he say, she say, threaten. I wouldn't even worry about that. I wouldn't. Not Ronnie, but I don't even think he worried about that, to be honest. I don't think he worried about that. I wouldn't be worried about it. Man, whatever, man. Get off my phone. You wasting my time, cuz. Go and drive your little Tesla that Jay-Z bought you.
The phone, since I gave out the number on these platforms, bro, the phone never stopped ringing. Most of the time, 90% of the time, it's people just asking for the free ebook or saying they want to be a part of my movement. But there's been a few calls, like with him in particular. He called, basically sending indirect threats saying, you know better than to come back to Marcy, keep Jay-Z name out your mouth. Tata sent them and just all weird shit. But I mean, you see how I handled the situation. I don't know what his point was. I don't know if he was just somebody trolling or Tata really sent them or what it was, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep pushing regardless.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. It seemed like he was really out there in those streets. And I saw the number on there. I'm gonna go ahead and try to give him a call and see what what he got to say. You know what I'm saying? Because he made some pretty bold threats, I would say. You know what I'm saying? To be so connected to these people. So I'm gonna give him a call and see what he's saying. Maybe if I get a hold of him, we can come back and discuss and everything. Because see, people doing some really bold things, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand what would make a man
that threat
call you
a
and say
phone
that
threat ain't all that bold
right
to
there
me.
on the FaceTime, and
I don't play that.
you recording him. You understand what I'm saying? So have you talked to him again, or have you heard anything from him, or what you doing? What you doing about that?
No, I don't got no reason to talk to him. Really, I actually told him the last time I talked to him. You know, if you just want some fame, it seemed like you trolling. Maybe Jay-Z people really sent him. I don't know, but to me, I felt like he was just trolling. Got the number off the interview. So I told him, you know, I'm gonna send him one of these shirts, send him a few of these shirts, really. And I told him to walk around Marcy Projects with it and record a video and send it to me, and I'll give him some fame for it. I'll put it out here. So that's how I approach the situation. I ain't really finna, I can't really afford to be threatening nobody back, especially with me being on federal papers and having a revocation hearing coming up in a couple months.
Yeah, I meant to ask you, did you, and I want to get back to your hearing, but did you ever try to attempt to call the guy that said he was CIA or whatever, figure out who he was?
No, like I said, I was high, I was paranoid. So when he did that, and then he acted like he knew where I was at, bro. Like I forgot what it was. He was saying something like,
he said, I've been watching y'all.
Yeah, like he watching, and then he know I'm not protected. Then I start responding. Then he got to threaten, tell Jaguar write this and tell this person that. Like how you even know I know these people? Maybe he just a fan too, watching all the interviews, or maybe he really just CIA and investigating all the interviews. But
yeah, a lot of these people want to act like they somebody big.
To be honest.
Yeah, I can understand that because what he is, if nothing else, if he is just a fan or a troll, he's a troll with somebody's documents that, you know, you wouldn't think would be so easy to get from somebody. You know what I'm saying? So saying that he former CIA and all this stuff, that can get real deep right there. You know what I'm saying?
Man, anybody can Photoshop and make up documents and everything. Hell, I'd have made up documents that I got a college degree. Well, I'm just playing. I do have a college degree. But you can still make up documents though.
And because that is like different. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But for him to send them files like that, I think that, like, again, I think he want to talk to you. And I want to make this clear. I'm not recommending you do anything, you know, whether you do or don't deal with him or talk to him or whatever. But I don't think I don't believe he's looking to do nothing ill-willed to you. He may have some other plans or other agendas that he might be lining up, but I don't know. That's kind of a weird situation. So do you regret giving your number out?
No, not really. I got more positive from it than negativity. Like, it's only been a few of these death threats or whatever you want to call it, and I got to call somebody saying racist shit. But other than that, it's been mostly. Matter of fact, I'm gonna turn this phone off. D&D. I might get a call while we on here.
What tripped me out is, I mean, that's how he want to handle his business. Then more power to him. I never even said anything like, man, you shouldn't be putting out your personal cell phone number out. People have said that to me. Man, don't give him your number. Why not? This is my number. Cause man, shit, I wouldn't give him my personal number. That's what you won't do. But I'm giving out my personal cell phone number because I want these people to contact me, and this is how I do business. And I'm trying to do what? Business. So yeah.
But yeah, it's been a lot of positive energy. People just want to join the movement, you know, and I knew what would possibly come with that, you know, when I gave the number out. And then
yeah, he knew.
If he really CIA, it's nothing I didn't already expect to happen with things I'm saying in these books and on these platforms. Like,
right.
CIA got the FBI, they tied into all this. Like, even these podcasters, you know, a lot of the wars in world history was fought off of propaganda. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give you a prime example. Like, let's go back to 9/11 with Twin Towers, right? It was conspiracy theory that
in New York, all that anyone is looking for is a chance. In a place with endless possibility, New York Public Schools gives students the chance to find their voice in a chorus of millions, to play their first notes before striking a chord with the rest of the world, to learn small lessons in the gym before shining in the league, to not just study the stars, but see them up close. And every time you take a chance on the New York Lottery, our schools win.
he blamed Osama bin Laden.
Bin Laden, yeah.
Supposedly he didn't really have anything to do with that. But the agenda was, you know, Osama bin Laden, people didn't realize dude was a drug lord for opium. You know what I'm saying? He had opiate fields and stuff like that on lock. And to this day, people making billions of dollars off opiate, whether it's heroin or Percocets or whatever. So that's what that's about. But if they could put propaganda out there and say Osama bin Laden is a major threat, then that makes the population fear him and feel like, well, y'all got to do something about him. So when they finally do something about him, nobody looking at Bush or the United States like they wrong, or Obama, whoever was able to get to him. So it's the same thing like on these platforms. You have people who have these podcasts and they got the CIA behind them and they got to push a certain agenda. Like a lot of my interviews been taken down for certain reasons because people wanted me to say things that I weren't willing to say because they want to push a certain narrative that I wasn't trying to push, because I'm trying to push truth instead of whatever type of propaganda that they want to put out there. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. It come with this, you know, sometimes it get overwhelming. Sometimes I get stressed, even depressed sometimes, but that's what I signed up for. So it is what it is.
Yeah. So you said that people are trying to get you to say things that didn't. What was that again? I missed some of that part.
Well, it looked like a lot of people just now catching on to the rumors that Jay-Z had me shot, right? But this shooting took place last year, March. So that's like almost a year and a half ago, if not a year and a half already. Matter of fact, it's over a year and a half now. It's going on 2 years now that rumor came out and when the incident allegedly happened. So at the time, you had podcasters trying to get me to say, just people saying like, just go on there and say, did he have you shot, bro? You gonna blow up. You gonna sell 1 million books. You gonna sell 1 million copies of your books, or the next album you put out gonna sell 1 million records. All you gotta do is say Jay-Z had you shot, bro. Just feed into it. And it's like, no, I'm not saying that. I rather believe that the government had me shot, which I truly believe because I have several lawsuits against the government. And
that's right.
It sounds like conspiracy theory, but they the biggest mob. You know what I'm saying? People will
stand
believe
on your belief.
This nigga or that person had you shot for petty issues in the hood, but the government get down worse than that. You know what I'm saying? They behind Dr. King, they behind Fred Hampton, Malcolm X, and probably Tupac and other people. So it shouldn't be too far-fetched. And that's what I was telling people, like, look, now I got actual lawsuits against the DEA, the United States government. So I felt like they have more reason to do something like that than Jay-Z, which, okay, maybe he did have something to do with it. But I wasn't trying to push that narrative. I wasn't trying to say that publicly. And then you fast forwarded to now, paperwork that done came out with confidential informants saying they got proof that I went to Marcy Projects to do a publicity stunt and then I got shot, and that Tata, who is Jay-Z's best friend, to have orchestrated it, and then the feds reach out to me to try to get a statement to try to make me say, I went out to Marcy Projects to do a publicity stunt and I got shot, and I think Jay-Z has something to do with it, and I'm not gonna make those statements public.
So who trying to get you to make those statements though? If
you look into the paperwork, you can go on Pacer and look up the last filing in case number 17 CR 597, the United States government versus Ronnie Martin, which is my government name. And
also known as Ronnie B. Okay, respectfully move this court to transfer charges back up. Okay. All right.
There was a document filed with a confidential informant saying that I went to Marcy Projects to do a publicity stunt and got shot. And the feds actually contacted me about that to try to make me corroborate that statement and say, I went out there to do a publicity stunt and got shot, and I think Jay-Z has something to do with it. But I never gave a statement to the feds, and I never will.
No, I'm saying, but who you said earlier that people was.
He can't give a statement like that because if he does, I saw in another interview, because he's on parole. When you're on parole, you can't leave the state unless you got permission. And maybe he got permission, but if he says that he left the state and this is true, they tried to shoot me. First of all, you snitching. Second of all, you telling on yourself because you don't supposed to leave the state. That's the point that he making.
Trying to get you to say.
But anyway,
I never gave a statement to the feds, and I never will.
And I never will.
No, I'm saying, but who you said earlier that people was trying to get you to say things that didn't happen. Are you talking about like journalists, or who you talking about?
Is it okay if I say one of the names?
Yeah, I don't care.
Dude named Lionel B. He got the Lionel B show, right?
Yeah, I heard of that. Yeah,
one of the hottest podcasts out here right now. So we did an interview, and before we did the interview, he was the main person trying to say, man, just say, I think you should just say Jay-Z has some dude you got shot that's gonna go viral. You know what I'm saying? Telling me how I could benefit from saying that, and I already told him like, bro, I ain't trying to go there. So once we go on the podcast and I see that it's recording, he bring it up, and I basically have to check him on his own platform. I really ain't trying to
First off, I'm not surprised hearing that came from that particular person he just named. I'm not surprised at that reaction from that.
I'm scared.
My bad, y'all. This cold, man. It's cold. Let me back up one more time.
Shot that's gonna go viral. You know what I'm saying? Telling me how I could benefit from saying that.
Mm.
And I already told him, like, bro, I ain't trying to go there. So once we go on the podcast and I see this recording, he bring it up, and I basically have to check him on his own platform. I really ain't trying to saying I'm scared, like you saying I'm scared because you ain't scared, bro. Just keep on saying, cuz. I'm scared of who? I'm a street nigga, bro. Like y'all saying I'm scared of Jay-Z, like and like y'all want me to blame Jay-Z for me getting shot. Don't even if he had something to do with it, I'm a street nigga, bro. Like I don't want to. And then after that, I'm thinking he never gonna put it out, so he put it out anyway. And then he seen people in the comments saying, "Oh, dude, checked you on your own show, you soft," and you know, I can hear the in your voice or stuff like that. So
in your voice, they talking to you like that?
Lionel B.
Oh, okay.
And Lionel B's voice.
You definitely hear.
Hold on. Too strong. Wait a minute. Well, he did say sometimes you drop in pronouns. Where they that's what you call a dangling participle. Because it got you dangling. It's like you say, and because he checked you on your own podcast. Well, that's not a dangling because it's not his podcast. It ain't Ronnie Bo's podcast. It's Lonnie B. And did I mix the names up? This is Ronnie Bo, and that's Lionel B. Yeah, Lionel. Anyway, y'all got the point. Wait a minute, one more time.
I'll put it out. So he put it out anyway.
He put it out.
Yeah, he seen people in the comments.
He seen people in the comments.
Dude, checked you on your own show. You saw.
Dude, check you on your own show. You saw.
The in your voice or stuff like that. So
in your voice?
In your
they
voice?
Talk to you like that?
Lionel B.
Oh, okay.
But check it out. You could definitely hear in his voice, and he later took the whole interview down because of that.
So wait,
what?
so y'all literally got into it on
Wait a minute. You said he took the interview down. I like to go to his channel and see it, but he took it.
Okay, and then hearing that, I'm not surprised that he took it down.
Down. This is the second time he took a video down that everybody's talking about, but I think I heard that he put the video back up. He took it down, but then he put it back up. Oh my God! I think we used to take videos down, but then we put them back up too. So we took the video down because I was young and it ain't got nothing to do with what we're doing now. I was teaching people how to do beats, but we put it back up. So I can understand why you would take a video down and put it back up, because we did it too. So.
Oh, okay.
But check it out. You could definitely hear in his voice, and he later took the whole interview down because of that.
So wait, so y'all literally got into it was it on a live?
It wasn't live, but it was recorded, and he did put it out, and I did save clips from that interview, but I knew he was gonna take it down. That's why I screen recorded some of the clips from it, because I just knew he was gonna eventually take it down. It wasn't the interview he wanted. I didn't say the things he wanted me to say in the interview, and then he got embarrassed on his own platform. So
oh my God,
that's how I assume he took it down. But I still have screen recorded clips from that interview.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting that went down like that. So have y'all talked?
I'm sorry, man. It's cold. I can't. Oh my God. Wait a minute. That's interesting. That's very interesting, man. I need to talk to my man, Lionel B.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting that went down like that. So have y'all talked since then, or did y'all continue to interview, or what happened?
Yeah, we talked not too long ago. He saw that I was in a association with Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright had mentioned me in multiple interviews. I mentioned her in multiple interviews. So he felt like he could get Jaguar Wright on his platform through me.
The things that I've heard about Ronnie Bo have come from within the prison system. And there are things that I will not discuss. As many times as I've been incarcerated and the kind of friends that I've made on the inside, it gives me access to be able to have real information about what's going on with certain prisoners and things of that nature. I know that Ronnie Bo was not safe. I knew that R. Kelly probably told him some things that he didn't realize were dangerous for him to know. And I pray that he's not experiencing any discomfort for being in a cell with someone who had such a checkered past.
He reached out to me for that. Jaguar Wright obviously got her own issues with him, so she didn't want to with him, man. He act like that I was to blame, so he texted me like, bro, could you talk to her for me, because she told me this and that. And I'm like, bro, I don't run Jaguar. You know, you gotta holler if she don't want to do it, or whatever you offering her is not the type of business she want to do, then that's on her, bro. All I could do is contact her and say, Jag, this dude want to interview you, and that's that. And that's all I did. That's all I could do, and it didn't go right. So he said something about that, so I had to get on his ass all over again.
So y'all fell out over this, or y'all?
What? He's saying I had to get on this all over again. What? Wait a minute.
It's not the type of business she want to do, then that's on her, bro. All I could do is contact her and say, Jag, this dude want to interview you, and that's that. And that's all I did. That's all I could do, and it didn't go right. So he said something about that, so I had to get on his ass all over again.
So y'all fell out over this, or y'all cool, or?
We been fell out, but you know,
he said we been fell out.
Humble, so I got a forgiving heart. So when he reached out, you know, I ain't got nothing against the dude. You know what I'm saying? Other than he act like a lady. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute, man.
A good holiday party has a few key ingredients. You got Tito's, dogs.
Boy, you about to kill me over here. Wait a minute, Ronnie Bo. Wait a minute, Ronnie Bo. Me and you about to have a falling out. You gonna have me over here choking up? That's my dog. Wait a minute, Ronnie Bo. Woo. Woosah. Wait a minute. Hold up. He said, the part that makes me laugh, y'all don't be seeing what I see. I think I'm the only one be seeing this stuff. I don't want to call him a B. I don't want to call it, but it's a girl. I'm just he's trying to dig into his mental core. I'm trying to use a word that don't even mean what I'm trying, but the definition come out. Anyway, oh man, he looking for a word, but to replace that word.
So I got a forgiving heart.
That's
so
funny.
Reached out.
Wait a minute,
you know,
watch
I ain't
this,
got nothing against the dude. You know what I'm saying? Other than he act like a lady. You know what I mean? And,
you know what I mean?
He kind of upset me again. So you know, I basically had to check him all over again. You know what I mean?
Right. So what was the issue with him? I think ain't him and I think I heard somebody else say he was into it with somebody else about something. I don't know what that was about. But what is his issue with, or what is Jag's issue with him, if you know?
I don't know. You know, when I talk to Jag, it's about like very important things. We don't really gossip about who each other don't like or whatever. You know what I mean? She tell me things that she probably, you know, feel like.
I just want to say this might knock it out for everybody. All content is not necessarily honest content, and all content is not blessed. So people can make content, and content can be profitable in man's aspect. Like I say, it can make a lot of money, it can make a lot of ad revenues. It can draw. You could be a kind of person that draws endorsements and sponsorships. But what is the integrity? Because that is what's gonna last. All temporary things fade away. Only what we do in Christ will last. So are these temporary, short-term gains worthy, worth the content? Because just because content is easy don't mean it's honest. Sometimes it might mean less views, but that might be the price of integrity versus the cost of selling out once. So
I would, you know, protect my safety and keep me focused and stuff like that. But I never knew she didn't like him until whatever conversation they had. Like I don't know how it went, but she basically like, man, dude, and I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? I don't know if he tried to offer her some money and she wasn't willing to take it, or he probably wanted her to talk about things that she wasn't willing to talk about. I really don't know what it was, but she didn't do the interview with him, and he felt like I could force her to do the interview or something.
Yeah. So man, I wanna touch back on that the Jay-Z situation.
Jaguar Wright don't just take anything, no interview just for money, and nobody can force Jaguar to do anything.
With that phone call, do you take that serious, or what's your thoughts on that?
With me, bro, like I live a certain way anyway because of the environment I come from. You know, Milwaukee is one of the most dangerous cities in the United States, and you know, I have a long history here. I had beef here. You know, I had people in the streets of Milwaukee who done put money on my head before. So, you know, my brother got killed. Other close associates got killed. So I move a certain way anyway. So when I hear stuff like people sending threats over the phone, I really don't take that serious because the way I move, if I want to kill somebody, I'm not finna tell them I want to kill them or gonna kill them or gonna threaten them. So to me, that should be funny for real. You know what I'm saying? I laugh at it. So I didn't look at it as nothing other than a joke, which, you know, some things shouldn't be taken as a joke. You know, things have already happened to where people saying Jay-Z has something to do with me getting shot and this and that. So maybe I should take it serious, but I got so much going on in my life, bro. I'm not worried about that. It's not bothering me. And again, it's all a joke to me.
Yeah, you had mentioned in that video that Jay-Z buy him a Tesla. I guess I couldn't hear it really all that good at the time, but so he claimed Jay-Z bought him a car. Or what happened with that?
Jay-Z bought you a Tesla so you could call me and act like you too?
He bought me two of them.
He bought you two of them?
Yeah, he said Jay-Z bought him 2 Teslas. Like when we got to arguing, he got to bringing up money, saying that they got money out there, and I'm wasting my time bringing up Jay-Z, trying to get fame off Jay-Z name and stuff like that. Keep Jay-Z name out your mouth, and then he got to bragging about the car and basically, I think I'm the one said it like basically, you bum ass nigga, what Jay-Z bought that for you so you could call me, you know what I mean? Like that was that, but yeah, that wasn't no. I don't think there's nothing to really discuss. Really.
Do you think that Jay-Z had him call, or what? What's your, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you thinking based on how he was talking to you, or whatever?
Well, no, he didn't say Jay-Z. He said, I think he said Tata. He kept bringing up Tata, bro. I don't know, but everybody know that Jay-Z and Tata is best friends. That's Jay-Z's closest associate, except for the DEA informant that Jay-Z worked with, Desiree Perez. But yeah, he kept saying Tata. Like even the feds were saying that Tata is the one that supposed to actually try to have me killed or whatever. So I don't know what's going on with that. But you know, I got this hearing coming up. I'm on federal paper, so there's certain things that I can't really discuss in details. Now after February, if I leave a free man, you know, we do another interview and I'll let you know exactly what's going on. But right now, you know what I'm saying, I gotta just be a little careful about what I say publicly on these platforms.
I know that you had spoke about, and I don't know if you want to, how far you want to go into this or not. You know, we can shut it right off. But I know that you had spoken to me about, you had, you know, some things that you was keeping to yourself with the R. Kelly ordeal. And I know that when I interviewed his brother, was it Bruce? I think it was Bruce.
Yeah.
And you know, he had said that, you know, y'all agreed that, you know, he didn't want you talking about certain things. So obviously it's more things that, you know, that has been said and maybe need to be said, especially with all this stuff going on with the P. Diddy stuff and all this different mess. Is there more, and do you ever plan to come out with more?
Good things come to those who wait, but great things, those go to the ones who create.
More of the information.
I was gonna stop doing these interviews, bro, because of everything I'm going through behind the scenes. So I did an interview with Stevie Knight where I did disclose the main secret that, you know, R. Kelly and his family was telling me not to mention, basically. And that is that, you know, Jay-Z and Diddy had sex with each other as men, you know what I mean? But look, bro, I'm gonna say this because I don't want to offend Bruce Kelly or R. Kelly.
Wait a minute. Because Jaguar Wright has said on several occasions that Jay-Z is worse than Diddy. And that clique, man, in order to keep the secrets of the clique, yo, man, I got to do you, dog. And they let me know you're down, and that's going to be our secret. And you down? You ask me that, it's no. No, I'm sorry, man. No, I don't care. I'm good. I don't need large sums of money, and I don't need to be number one. I ain't trying to be number one in anything. Number one, the first person to go to sleep and take a nap. That's probably it. But wait a minute, I gotta hear this again.
The main secret that, R. Kelly and his family was telling me not to mention, basically, and that is that, Jay-Z and Diddy had sex with each other as men, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I might agree with my buddy Uncle Mike there. I don't need to be involved in the secrets. I'm not gonna go run my mouth. Unless somebody's in some kind of immediate danger that I know of, that I can't get off my conscience and guilt, and God's gonna hold me accountable. Sorry. Other than that, I don't want nothing to do with it. Then you go about your business. I'm not judging. That's for God to judge. But I'll stay broke. Thank you. I'll stay broke and have bread over here with God. Then we need to be pulled in with a bunch of drama and money. And
But look, bro, I'm gonna say this because I don't want to offend Bruce Kelly or R. Kelly or none of his family, but they gotta understand, and R. Kelly know, like, we had an agreement. Like, I told him, bro, when I get out, everything I'm doing, I'm gonna let the people know what's going on with you and make them see another side of your story. I've been doing that, bro. I got hundreds of thousands of people looking at R. Kelly different, but he didn't hold up his side of the bargain. And all I asked this man to do was, when you get a chance to speak out in mainstream media, let them know what they doing, not just to you, but every other inmate that was locked up with us, especially during the COVID pandemic, bro. It was times that, like, we went months we couldn't get on the phone. We couldn't order food sometimes. Sometimes they would forget to feed us, like people in there dying, like, and
wow,
it's a history of mistreatment, like inhumane treatment of inmates. So I just said, bro, like, stop making this about yourself, bro. Speak up for all of us. Like, they doing us all wrong in here. It's a lot of other.
I'm pretty sure that with the conditions I'm living in currently, that the prisons, child,
the people who locked up for crimes that they didn't commit, like, speak on that. So I don't have no loyalty to R. Kelly at this point, and I'm still being 100. I'm still not bashing him. I'm still saying that I don't think he did this and that. But at the end of the day, bro, you didn't hold up your side of the bargain. So I really don't care what Bruce Kelly or nobody else got to say. Yeah, he admitted to not just me, but other inmates that Jay-Z was having sex with Diddy, and that shouldn't be too far-fetched to believe at this point with everything that's coming out about them dudes and people seeing how close Jay-Z.
To be fair, you can't really admit that nobody else is having sex that ain't there to defend themselves. I'm just saying.
He was to Diddy.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
With 19 hotel brands at IHG Hotels and Resorts, you can guest how you guest. Simply arrive or make an entrance at Intercontinental.
Unless Mr. Kelly is saying they all three slept together, you can't come out and admit nobody else is sleeping together. Get out of here.
50 Cent keeps saying, that weird hairstyle that Jay-Z and stuff has. Allegedly, he's trying to look like a.
I'm not saying I'm defending them. Please don't take that. Make it like that. I'm just saying you can't admit that nobody else is having sex for nobody else unless you was in on it.
It's some type of artist. I don't know the artist's name. I wouldn't even if you told me his name, I wouldn't know if you're pronouncing it right. But 50 Cent pronouncing the artist's name, saying that this dude was gay, and he's a famous artist that passed away. So he trying to imitate that person like nobody know. So Jaguar and a lot of people saying that Jay-Z is one of those undercover brothers. You know, some people say he'll never show no love to Beyonce in public or anything like that. I don't know.
Was having sex with Diddy, and you know,
Jay-Z having sex with Diddy.
Shouldn't be too far fetched.
I can't believe we're talking about stuff like this.
Is coming out about them dudes and people seeing how close Jay-Z was to Diddy.
Wow, that's crazy, man. You know.
See, look though, bro. Like Diddy been a federal informant all his life, and that was passed down to him from his father. His pops was a federal informant. So, like, I recently befriended Natanya, which is the lady that he shot in the face, and she was saying this. She didn't just start jumping on no bandwagon and start saying this now that Diddy going through all this trauma. She said that the night that she got shot to the doctor and everybody. You know what I mean? So, I mean, this is an eyewitness. If I'd have shot somebody in the face and I don't work for the feds, I'd have been locked up for that. Diddy been had them connections. He posted did 20 years back then for shooting that lady in the face. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of upset about that now because that lady done vented to me and told me all type of things about them and what was going on with that situation. And
by the way, I had the opportunity to speak to her also on somebody else's podcast on a live, and I believe her, man. I believe. Well, she clearly knows something happened because she tells the whole story about that night at the club, man. And we got a couple of interviews on our channel, so y'all might want to check that out.
I'm kind of upset about that now.
Yeah, and that whole thing with Natanya Rubin. Oh, Natanya Rubin, her story is no one would have been better prepared to be in that situation than God put for her to be there. As tragic as that was to happen to her, there was been nobody better qualified, better prepared for this assignment than her. All that she has became because of that, and what she has done and what she is doing, and the lives that she has touched because of it. There was nobody better than God picked her. And that's just proof of his love and existence right there. And it's all clear. If you knew who LaTanya Rubin was and listened to her story, you would know instantly that was nothing but God.
Because that lady done vented to me and told me all type of things about them and what was going on with that situation. And she seemed like a good person. So I really feel for her. But that shows that like the feds, bro. Like another example, I have a nephew who locked up for a murder right now, right? And a federal informant actually did the murder, but they let him put the murder on somebody else that they want to get locked up. And it's probably because of me and the lawsuits that I won against them. Then I have another associate, Dante Rousey, he locked up right now for 4 murders, bro. 4 homicides. He doing like 4 life sentences for this right now. And a federal informant.
Sorry to cut in again, but this is funny. Just D show talking the other night on Natanya Rubin, and Natanya Rubin she was let's go. I'm saying how Natanya Rubin is real. You know, sometimes they be pretending so she be trying to come off of this holy roller and stuff, but then they hold Christians to this high standard that they just gotta walk on eggshells and always be all up in the clouds and be perfect. Anytime they mess up, then it's you public Christian, you ain't supposed to be talking like that. You ain't supposed to do that. And that's just something deflection when they get told off or when a hypocrite reveals himself, which that happens. And I don't blame them in that regard. That happens. But then these show was telling us the other night about Natanya Rubin. People was talking about her or something, and she was like, how they be saying like she's so quiet. That's how she do take a lot, which she do. I've seen her, but she was like that time. Natanya was just real. And she was like, oh, you calling me a bitch? Yo, out this, your mother's a bitch. I was like, yo. And we was done laughing. I can't do it right. D can do it, so she sound just like her. She sound just like Natanya. the tire for her be in New York, so she got her New York accent, boy. So it'd be like I could just imagine and say, "Yo," she say, yeah. "Oh, you calling me a bitch? How about this? Your mother's a bitch." I was dying, son. I was about to die while pee myself. And she kept saying it, and she just sounded just like her. Oh my god, I even got tears when I just think about it. Just hilarious. So I would say maybe we'll see her tonight. Oh no, we saw her. That was her. She was cooking the food. She was going to bed. But maybe we'll check out one of her other shows a bit because that's my girl. After we check out CC Mendo, we'll check out that. But let me get ready to this.
Informant did these murders, but they allowed the informant to put the murders on my guy Tate. So it's like that goes on, bro, on a small level and on a major level. Like with Diddy and them, he a federal informant, so he shot this lady in the face, but you tied in. So okay, let's put this on Sean, and what she saying, Sean had a gun too. You know what I mean? But let's put this all on Sean, and you don't have to deal with this situation. You know, pay a lawsuit, whatever, but you won't do no time. You know what I mean? So that's going on, bro. This government corrupt. That's what I've been exposing. That's why I gave my number out and giving out free ebooks to get the people the information for free. And
it's kind of weird that both of them had guns. They know it was two guns. So Sean had both guns in his hand. They don't believe that. They definitely don't believe that. Who had the other gun in their hand? You know what I'm saying? And you.
Oh my bad. I'm gonna let Uncle Mike, the host, finish because I always try to let the host finish talking before I talk.
Got so many people saying Puffy, but Puffy done paid all these people and bribed all these people. This story come from Gene and a lot of other people. The girl that got shot, she wasn't in the club by herself. Think about that. All you gotta do is just think like a normal person. How often you go to a club by yourself? You feel what I'm saying? And every now and then somebody will go to the club by themselves, meet up with their friends there or just hang out by themselves because they just that type of lonely person. But not her. And what happened? So I asked her, I said, I just want to ask you one question. You didn't go to the club by yourself. What happened to your friends? They didn't testify or back you up? What kind of friend is that? I'd rather take $10,000 and go against my friend. I'd rather take $50,000 and go against my friend. Yeah. What kind of friend is that? That's what she told me.
Uniting people to show the power to people.
Well, a couple things. One thing Tanya said was when she went, she had just got saved, and she was like, she knew she wasn't supposed to be at the club. But they talked her to going like, come on, girl, anyway. And she was like, when she got there, they was like, what are you doing? They what, preacher here, like, at the club? Because she said people that knew she just got saved. And she said she had a soda. And they was like, what, a soda? And it was like, yeah, just give me a soda. And then she saw them and somebody bumped somebody name she named, which is a known name. I just can't remember. They bumped him, and he elbowed back and elbowed Puffy. And then she said she saw him and Shine backing up towards the door because they was gonna make a getaway. And she saw, she knew who, there was one on one side somewhere, then one on another side. She saw them take out the gun, one over here and one over there. And then she said she heard God say, calm down, you're about to get hit. And she was like, what? No. And then she saw two shots, two flashes, pow, pow. And she remembers the lower one or whatever one hit her was the one Shine's direction. So that's what she said. If we can go and find it, we can go look and listen to it. You can go find the time. She got plenty of time about it. And what else was I going to say? Let me just leave it there for now.
That's why I gave my number out and giving out free ebooks to get the people the information for free and uniting people to show the power of the people and the power of God. And just for my audience, I will get a number out again, but I can't because I'm backed up like 1,600 calls, and I definitely need to publicize this because a lot of y'all calling and texting and not getting no response. A lot of y'all getting upset and saying disrespectful things because I can't respond. But please understand that I literally get like 1,500 texts per day with 1,500 calls per day. So even if I wasn't experiencing all these other inconveniences with my phone, it's like impossible to contact everybody, you know. But I will make a way to reach out to everybody who ever called or text. But I want to close on it if you have no other questions, bro, because like recently, like right now, this is the phone.
That is crazy to give out your phone number like that on live on the internet. That's crazy.
Number that I gave out, right? Now, I went to the Apple store because I thought it was the data because I wasn't able to send people the ebook, but they saying that your number not trusted, like as if somebody reported the phone or something. And then people like when I did the interview with Sean Atwood, I gave out my Cash App. People were sending Cash Apps from all over the world. And next thing you know, they saying my Cash App was scam. And then I go to Facebook and I can't send messages on Facebook now. They saying my message on Facebook is restricted. So like when you speak out about certain things and you done people from all over the world getting traction, you know, the government really gonna come after you hard. And they not gonna always try to kill you or whatever, but they gonna shut down what you got going on by any means necessary.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Yeah, it's been a lot of weird stuff going on, man. But hopefully you just keep doing what you're doing and being led by the Spirit and stay safe, you know what I'm saying? And you know, just as long as you're led by the Spirit, man, whatever happens after that is what happens. It can only be a good thing. So keep your head up, keep it moving, man. Watch out for the trolls or the whatever you want to call them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to that guy, the guy in New York, and see if we can get him to talk. Because one thing I would like to see happen is to get that resolved, so it's not no continued beef. I'm not trying to play Mr. Do right or nothing, but at the same time, I would hate for that to escalate. But if I did try to call him, but if he called back and instead of interview, I'd like to talk to him, and if he willing to talk, would you be willing to talk with him? When
I sent you the call, I don't know. I think I probably already sent you the call, but the call didn't go right. So it's like I had to call him all type of and everything. So I don't think I don't see a purpose or a reason to talk to him at this point. He said what he said. I'm not gonna fall back on what I'm doing. You know, if Jay-Z contact me directly as a man and try to have a reasonable conversation with me, I might talk to Jay. You know what I mean? He got his agenda, I got mine. And it just like what happened with R. Kelly. We had an agreement. He didn't hold up his side of the bargain. If Jay-Z called and he well, could you please, you messing up my sales and my image, could you please? I might reason with him, I might not, you know what I mean? But all his send-offs, it already went too far. You already done sent these dudes off. You got people calling me now, like, I'm not gonna talk to them. I'm gonna talk to the boss. And even Tata, he can't call me to resolve nothing at this point. Like, if Jay-Z don't call me, there's nothing to talk about, bro.
I like Ronnie Bo, man. He stands on what he believes in. He's like, talk to this dude, the little guy with the Tesla, right? Talk to him for what? He done made a threat to me because I'm talking about his boss. There must be a boss. You gonna send one of your little pawns after me? And why I need to talk to a pawn? He done did what he was supposed to do. He called me and made the threat. Now, whatever, pawn. So me sitting down trying to, we already talked. I ain't got to talk to him. I got things to do. That's what Ronnie Bo's saying, man. That's my man. That's my man right there.
But all his send-offs, it already went too far. You already
went too far. You sent these dudes to me?
Calling me now. Like, I'm not going to talk to them.
I ain't going to talk to them.
I'm going to talk to the boss. And even Tata, he can't call me to resolve nothing at this point. Like, if Jay-Z don't call me, there's nothing to talk about, bro.
I feel you. I respect that. I just would like to see something.
Ain't nothing to talk about, Bo. Ain't nothing to talk about there, Bo.
Resolve nothing at this point. Like, if Jay-Z don't call me, there's nothing to talk about, bro.
I feel you. I respect that. I just would like to see something different happen. But you know what?
I'm
not
about.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to handle yours.
He the one
how you handle yours and do things how you do things. And at the end of the day, if you did the things the way I thought you should, and something didn't go right,
what I need to talk for? I ain't got nothing to say.
So you're right, bro. Keep doing what you're doing and do it how you do it, and that's where it's at. And for the audience, wake up before you go to sleep. Peace. We out of here.
This year, everyone gets exactly what they want with Popeye's Festive Family Box.
When you shop at Burlington for the holidays, this is what you really get. Burlington is the heart of the holidays. You'll love the deals on gifts, and more gifts for everyone. Wow! Save up to 60% off other.
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Christian Combs, oh, God, can somebody please go help that wayward youth? Y'all, if you don't know what's going on with Christian Combs, Civil War at Diddy's house. Is Christian on his team or not? Because some of the stuff Christian's doing, it's been looking mighty strange. For instance, and let's take the rundown. Christian just dropped a new video promoting the type of lifestyle that his daddy's locked up for. The visuals. Christian, and the song's a bop, but second of all, Christian then posted a pre-Thanksgiving meal talking about he eating good. Even though Diddy, you know, is mad doing a two-step with the roaches and mad that he eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for Thanksgiving. On top of that, Christian is facing his own charges.
Going with every single thing that happens, flowing with the current. I'm currently encouraging my opponents to control it. I'm a different animal, I know it. In the booth and I'm moving like I was chosen. I'm going with every single thing that happens, flowing with the current. I'm currently encouraging my opponents to control it. I'm a different animal, I know it. In the booth and I'm moving like I was chosen. Everything that happens to me, call it fate. I feel like I'm dreaming every day, but I'm awake. If you wanna cut me out, then that'll be a mistake. From the dirty south, already dirt on my face, already dirt on my name, already dirt on my shirt. I surely ain't gonna change. Yeah, I've been this way since birth. When I emerge with the flame on my tongue, yeah, I'm spitting this slick. I'm ready for this. I'm kicking out original shit, you bitch. You just only copy paste shit. Money, jewelry, hoes, and clothes, you copy and stand shit. That's why this industry is tainted. Using you to influence the youth to do the same shit. All these other motherfuckers dug up a cover. I'm coming with the heat and blazing like the sun in the jungle. I'm raising hell and I can't help it. I'm the son of my mother. They crumbling under the pressure. I'm just trying to the numbers. Going with every single thing that happens, flowing with the current. I'm currently encouraging my opponents to control it. I'm a different animal, I know it. End up with I'm moving like I was chosen. Going with every single thing that happens, flowing with the current. I'm currently encouraging my opponents to control it. I'm a different animal, I know it. End up with I'm moving like I was chosen. Take what I want, I'm a habit. I got a bad habit. If I can't imagine it, I'm grabbing it. I'm adamant. I'm tackling anything that they throwing at me. Passionately accurate opposition they showing at me. They ain't going with me. They giving me the energy and it's just going to me. Filling me up, I think I'm ready to bust. I'm steady in touch. Stupid motherfuckers think I cannot get ahead of them. I'm on a different level, man. It's bolder than pebbles. I'm colder than never. Just taking hands and fold them together. By holding the pressure, I'm standing with the pull in my sweater. I'm pulling the trigger. I'm leveling the whole infrastructure. I'm doing it bigger. You should not even dream of wanting to fight me. I am a powerful being, haunting and frightening. Lately, I've been thinking I might be secretly a demon. Cause screaming really excites me. Black stains, I'm a white tee. We get into the ink and make them bleed up on the page. I got them on the paper, I got them on the stage. Better send a waiver, better run away. Cause when I spit, I got them hitting the deck. I hit them direct. They choking like they hitting the neck. With the shit, I'm out, I'm getting respect. I sit with the best. I flip the script like it was a test.
That was freaking dope. That was awesome. That was amazing. That was the most incredible thing I could never do. So it's incredible. Great to me. That was awesome.
Yeah. Going with every single thing that happens, flowing with the current. I'm currently encouraging my opponents to control it. I'm a different animal, I know it. In the booth and I'm moving like I was chosen. I'm going with every single thing that happens, flowing with the current. I'm currently encouraging my opponents to control it. I'm a different animal, I know it. In the booth and I'm moving like I was chosen. Everything that happens to me, call it fate. I feel like I'm dreaming every day, but I'm awake. If you wanna cut me out, then that'll be a mistake. From the dirty south, already dirt on my face, already dirt on my name, already dirt on my shirt. I surely ain't gonna change. Yeah, I've been this way since birth. When I emerge with the flame on my tongue, yeah, I'm spitting this slick. I'm ready for this. I'm kicking out original shit, you bitch. You just only copy paste shit. Money, jewelry, hoes, and clothes, you copy and stand shit. That's why this industry is tainted. Using you to influence the youth to do the same shit. All these other motherfuckers dug up a cover. I'm coming with the heat and blazing like the sun in the jungle. I'm raising hell and I can't help it. I'm the son of my mother. They crumbling under the pressure. I'm just trying to the numbers. Going with every single thing that happens, flowing with the current. I'm currently encouraging my opponents to control it. I'm a different animal, I know it. End up with I'm moving like I was chosen. Going with every single thing that happens, flowing with the current. I'm currently encouraging my opponents to control it. I'm a different animal, I know it. End up with I'm moving like I was chosen. Take what I want, I'm a habit. I got a bad habit. If I can't imagine it, I'm grabbing it. I'm adamant. I'm tackling anything that they throwing at me. Passionately accurate opposition they showing at me. They ain't going with me. They giving me the energy and it's just going to me. Filling me up, I think I'm ready to bust. I'm steady in touch. Stupid motherfuckers think I cannot get ahead of them. I'm on a different level, man. It's bolder than pebbles. I'm colder than never. Just taking hands and fold them together. By holding the pressure, I'm standing with the pull in my sweater. I'm pulling the trigger. I'm leveling the whole infrastructure. I'm doing it bigger. You should not even dream of wanting to fight me. I am a powerful being, haunting and frightening. Lately, I've been thinking I might be secretly a demon. Cause screaming really excites me. Black stains, I'm a white tee. We get into the ink and make them bleed up on the page. I got them on the paper, I got them on the stage. Better send a waiver, better run away. Cause when I spit, I got them hitting the deck. I hit them direct. They choking like they hitting the neck. With the shit, I'm out, I'm getting respect. I sit with the best. I flip the script like it was a test. you found me no search. It's like you knew that inside I was hurting. I was so young, didn't know shit. But you gave me a shot at a romance. I feel like you were like an angel sent to bring me life. Now that I'm with you, me one say, duck me love, duck me love, duck me love. Hey, me know go one day, without my baby, duck me love. And I'll dance and sing and I'll sing, because you make my life complete. Oh yeah, I can't believe that this is for me. Oh yeah, I can't believe that this is for me. Oh yeah. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh yeah, it's for me. Shut up, 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 shut up. Oh yeah, it's for me. I've never felt this way. So when they ask us, say, oh yeah, we're going all the way. So maybe I feel like you all the time and things. Sometimes I wonder if the thing could burn us under, to get under. I know, with your love in my life control that I lay down my life this way. Do anything to make you stay. All of the blessings they come my way, and all the bad things they turn away. Sometimes life is such a scare. Your love gives me the strength to bear.
Greetings is for me. Hey. Greetings, y'all. Greetings and gratitudes. Greetings, seasons, greetings. How are y'all doing? What are you doing? What are you even doing? Okay. Do not forget that we are still running our Black Friday special up on the blissful-soap.com website. Click on Generational Beauty or see what Blissful Soap has. But we are running our Black Friday special still going on. Make sure you type in Bliss15 as you check out for your code to receive that 15% discount off of your purchase. Okay. We still got some good stuff. Hey, Cheesy. We still got some good stuff coming. Don't forget. Okay. Get over there today. We are still running our Black Friday special. Okay. Greetings. Hey, still I rise. What's up to my mods? Hey mods, greetings and gratitudes, everyone's. This my grandbaby love this song too, but also Aubrey and Jose love this song, so we gonna play it for the try. That means 3. Cause period. We're gonna play it for Aubrey, Jose, and for Bean Bean because they love this song. So we're gonna play it, and then we're gonna get into this world reading about what the soul and the spirit keep saying. Okay. So if you see it, just know it's not by accident. Hey, Pinkberry. Y'all know where I get that from when I say that. I love y'all. So greetings to everyone's. Okay. Do y'all know where I get that from when I say that? Hey, Odessa. When I be like, everyone's. Do y'all know where I get that from? Anybody ever seen that? Let me see what somebody say. I love y'all back too. That is Steve Harvey on the Kings of Comedy. When he be talking about, yeah, Brandon, look. Brandon Productions knew it. Yep, Kings of Comedy. That is my shit. I am an avid watcher of different things, and so I love to recite movie shows, stand-up comedy. You'll think I'm talking some real shit, and I'm reciting something from a movie, and I be cracking up. Like, that ain't me, y'all. That is from. So we're gonna go into a quick world reading. I don't know if it's a lot of stuff or not that's coming out. I'm not really sure. Excuse me, but I know the one thing that I'm supposed to say is there's going to be a video that surfaces with somebody who's well known. Their erect penis is in this video. That's all I know I'm supposed to say, bitch. I wrote it down. Okay. Somebody's erect penis is going to be shown on a video that is going to be circulated and surfaced. I don't even know why. Okay, whose it is, don't know.
Miss Dean, that's every single person who has a telephone in 2025. Child, please.
But apparently this is some sort of big deal, child, because there's also going to be some families that are going to be displaced. I almost want to say it's due to a fire, but there's going to be some families that are going to be displaced. But they keep making me feel like it's not by accident. I feel like they keep saying it's in one of the wards. Now I know wards are in Houston. I don't know of any other, city that has wards. They keep saying it's in a ward. Also, you say DC has wards as well, New Orleans. Okay. Gratitude. Well, also there's something about a genome. Circulated and surfaced. I don't even know why. Okay, whose it is, don't know. But apparently this is some sort of big deal, child, because there's also going to be some families that are going to be displaced. I almost want to say it's due to a fire, but there's going to be some families that are going to be displaced. Good. I am feeling really, really good. I'm great. Do y'all know where I get that from? Anybody ever seen that? That is my shit. Comedy. You would think I'm talking. We're gonna go into a quick world reading. I don't know if it's a lot of stuff or not that's coming out. I'm not really sure. Excuse me, but I know the one thing that I'm supposed to say is there's going to be a video that surfaces with somebody who's well known. Their erect penis is in this video. That's all I know I'm supposed to say, bitch. I wrote it down. Okay.
He came back there, but she wrote it down. She wrote that loud like she was gonna forget. Like you could possibly forget that they told you that somebody's erect member is gonna be out there. That could be every man but a telephone child. And oh God, please. There's a leak a Peter or somebody every 2 weeks. Please.
Somebody's erect penis is going to be shown on a video that is going to be circulated and surfaced. I don't even know why. Okay, whose it is, don't know. But apparently this is some sort of big deal, child, because there's also going to be some families that are going to be displaced. I almost want to say it's due to a
Living with opioid addiction can be a struggle, trapped in a cycle of opioid use, withdrawal, and cravings.
I don't know what I just watched.
Gary, you're a drug lord. What the fuck?
I was never a drug lord, bro. I was a lord.
Let me show you this, okay? Let me show you this, right?
Gary, you'll be interested in this because you're a gamer god.
You're a gamer god, okay?
That's me.
Avowed, Obsidian, beloved company, made Fallout New Vegas, touted as the best Fallout game, and it wasn't even made by Bethesda. This is what's coming out. This is Avowed. It's coming out in February, and this is who made it. This is a cross section of.
What is Avowed? Like, I've never even heard of it.
It's an RPG. It's
Oh my
now it's
gosh.
been called Veilguard 2.0.
Veilguard 2.
And then I wonder how good Avowed will be. Oh,
are you gonna?
Oh, I see.
Are you gonna stream it?
I think you should. You have to now.
Gen Z boss in a woke game. Gen Z boss in a woke game. Gen Z boss in a woke game.
What even was that meme? Like,
I don't know.
What's that?
Itty bitty titties in a bob. I'm like, what are you saying? And then today I decided to check in on Avowed to see how it was doing, because some more images have been released, and these are the NPCs that we're going to be blessed with.
God. What is the one on the bottom left? Like,
that's your kin.
We don't look that bad.
I thought you
Just
meant-
like X-Ray Girl.
I took a second there as I thought that was she's called a Yorkin.
Maybe we'll call him Dick Donner.
Dick Donner.
Woof. This is woof. Child.
I like Dick. This is the level that we've got. Like, what the fuck is this?
Animation is that? That's
Dick Donner.
horrible.
Oh,
here's your Californian fantasy, the latest game Avowed, featuring strong-chinned female non-binary characters and a diverse cast of male liberals.
Hey,
Dude, I don't even know what the fuck this is. I think it's a female. I don't even know.
You want to get your senses assaulted even more? Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm not ready.
Oh,
No.
you're not ready. We've got some more Wicked Press Tour coverage.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I just want to keep an eye on her nails. I don't know what's said here, but keep an eye on her nails. She's
Okay.
going full David Byrne, like, stop making sense.
Oh
making sense.
my God.
Look at-
What is that?
Okay, hang on.
Gandhi.
Here we go.
I'm a person, and I feel, and I have feelings, and I can share them. And if you need to cry right now, you cry. Yeah.
I don't think none of those women that made a vow want to keep a job. And that is nothing to say of their skills or talents as developers, as game makers, or as the game itself. And what is to say of the state of this world and this climate, that the world is not ready to buy a game like that. They're not ready for a game like that. In fact, they have been showing game developers, game studio owners, they have been pushing back against these specific type of games for reasons of whatever they call falls under anti-woke. So I'm only saying that to say that if they wanted to keep a job, they have to tailor the game to the audience, and there is no modern audience to buy that game, no matter how great it probably is, and nobody will never know because they won't even give it a chance because it's gonna be dripping with woke. So they kind of shoot their own selves by that, and their audience is not enough to support their jobs going forward.
Oh my God.
And someone said to me once that the green was the thing that I would love the most about Alphabet, that I would want to stay green.
She
actually,
almost cut her own. She almost slit her own throat right there.
yes, I love.
Okay, what the hell happened to these women on the set of Wicked? That's all I want to know.
No. How do you wipe yourself without hurting yourself? Honestly.
Dude, they didn't come back from war. They came back from fucking Auschwitz. You know, it's like
they just.
I'm just distracted by the what she was saying. She wants to be green.
Mom, we all have the things we concentrate on. It's great.
Holy shit! What happened to these women?
I know.
Fuck.
That nose ring looks like she's got that fucking oxygen thing in her nose, keeping her
This sounds
alive.
so
traumatized.
His character, but every time I took the makeup off, I loved who I was even more.
What?
What?
So she hated being green.
Can't wait, feeling really beautiful. You fucking are. Yeah. Holy shit.
I mean, God,
You know?
yeah. What
You're
brought this
mad!
down to the-
You're mad. You are mad as a fucking box of frogs.
She got paid millions of dollars now, not as much as Ariana Grande.
Bringing the frogs back into this house, really?
I know,
Well, she was green. Okay, I'll give her that.
What, dude?
What the hell? What the fuck is this, dude?
I'm so glad.
I'm not in Hollywood.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I actually kind of did like phase out of my own exist. Like I was just like I'm just watching some bizarre like
experimental movie.
Like it's surfing channels on some kind of sketch comedy. You know? You
Yes.
like,
Dude, Razorhead watched that and asked me what the fuck was going on.
I don't know what's happening.
do you remember when interviews were like, what's your character like? And then they say, my character is an adventurer who wants to save the day. And then they're like, wow, when's the movie out? And then they say next week. And that's that. Remember that? Remember when they did that before?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know what she just said.
I don't know what she said either. All I get out of this is you're in a multi-million-dollar film with your paycheck cash. You're doing really good. You're green in it, and you're saying you do all right. I mean, it was a nice look of hell for me. But a lot of people
they said you can cry if you want to.
You can cry if you about what? Like
Are you green?
Are you green? You're not really green.
Do you think this interviewer is like
again?
Like you're worried about feeling beautiful? You got the job. You got the role.
Look, she's got crazy eyes. That fucking interviewer, and even her crazy eyes are going. These people
Are we sure about her?
Oh.
As be careful.
Sorry.
Oh.
I don't know these days.
I know there is to know about the crying game.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
This was my first time ever doing a
You have been the light of the day.
Oh my God.
Stop. Oh, Jesus.
They're just stroking each other's egos at this point.
Okay, you need to like this needs to get one of them edits where you replace the interviewer with your own clip.
Yes, absolutely. Oh God.
You know when they move in and they're like, "You're great, you need to move back." And go, whoa.
Whoa.
So I appreciate the enthusiasm.
Holy shit. These people are fucking gone.
Nuts.
These are the people who tell us how to.
At this point, I'm still a little confused. I'm hoping as a little more time goes on, I'm coming to some understanding of what is happening.
Live and help tell us how to vote. They are certifiably insane, possibly anorexic. When she ate the cheeseburger, you would see it full her body.
Through her throat. You would see it fucking being broken down in her stomach. but she could only have one bite at a time because the stomach's probably like pea size.
On the day you are such a gift, people such light into them. This is probably bad. This is probably bad.
Gary, can you smell toast?
The AI is
I'm
struggling,
reading
okay?
the AI closed caption. Okay, and yes, I smell a little toast. Okay.
You brought such light into the room. Thank you very much. We appreciate coming you. into this room today. We need
Brought
to
such light into this room today.
What is
He has, like,
wrong
a
with
thought.
them?
I don't know what I just watched.
I'm still stuck on her nails. How does she function?
Her nails are the least crazy thing about that.
Is she a lesbian? The actress?
I think she's mentally ill.
I'm gonna say mentally lesbian.
So these four people just go in on this black woman and for 10 minutes for what?
I'm going to say they all identify as queer to get roles.
I'm mentally straight, guys, okay?
Spiritually, I'm a lesbian.
Yeah.
Culturally, I'm straight.
Yeah.
When I drink, I'm spiritually a lesbian.
Gary, you're a drug lord. What the fuck?
I promise you, I was never a drug lord, bro. I was a lord. I was a lord at getting high.
What the fuck were they on? What are they on? What were they on?
Okay, so my best guess is there's a lot of euphoria going on there, a lot of emotions. So it's either some type of opiate, like an oxycodone, or possibly
MD,
yeah, a little ecstasy if you want to go illegal route, or definitely some antidepressants, like definitely. definitely some antidepressants going on there.
Is it possible they're aliens?
Yes.
Probably. They're just wearing skin suits.
Can we nuke California?
I mean, it could fall into the ocean theoretically. Somebody
One
said
day.
farts in the chat. Yes, that too. MDMA or Molly, it definitely felt like that, like really hyper. Like I love you. Yeah, for sure.
We're
Drunk? Do you think? Maybe drunk?
That's way too low level.
Somebody could go in on every one of them. What is the point of this kind of stuff here? This is why people have the issues they have. Because people go on somebody like this or they looks and want to hide it, disguise it like they care so much.
Yo, what up with it? Who is this, man?
And that's the reason.
Oh, hell.
Hold on, I didn't hit that note. That's the reason.
The reason why your car smell like warm trash, because you in traffic right now yelling with the windows raised up. What the hell you want, to?
Let me tell you something for those that voted, for some of you guys that voted for Trump on here.
Mm-hmm. What you got to say to him, Neff niece?
I pray that you have a rudeness awakeness.
You pray they have a what now?
I pray
Mm-hmm.
that you
Yeah.
will have a rudeness awakeness. I pray that.
Hell yeah.
Because you pray for it. And don't be coming on here. Don't be coming on here begging for prayers. And you know you voted for that devil.
Well, trust me, don't nobody want you to pray for them anyway, with them made up words and them half-truths that you be telling jambalaya.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, yeah, so save all that, Captain Crunch.
Y'all know even.
Boy, you act like somebody that just got hit for hurting somebody with their Ariana Grande shirt on.
Come on, I need some mumbling. But yeah, you know what? For those that,
All right, man, what the hell you want, Peppermint Patty? I got stuff to do, and it's almost time for you to go out tipping and dipping, ain't it?
Be clear. The Bible say, come out from amongst them. And be ye separate, said the Lord. Present your body a living sacrifice.
Present your body a living sack of what now?
That's my testimony. And I'm going to say it for the every day, all day. Come out from amongst them.
Mm-hmm.
And be ye separate, said the Lord.
Yeah.
Present your body a living sacrifice.
Oh, just...
Yo, no. Now it was a living sack of ice. Get out of here.
Sack of what now?
That's my testimony. And I'm going to say it for the every day, all day. Come out from amongst them.
Mm-hmm.
And be ye separate, said the Lord.
Yeah.
Present your body a living sacrifice. And be ye separate, said the Lord.
Yeah.
Present your body a living sacrifice.
I hollered 3 times at the same time. Hollered. I'm dead. Not dead. I'm alive. Child, that is crazy. Goodbye.
Sacrifice.
And is because you don't know me. If you don't like the way I praise God, unfollow. Because every chance that I get, I'm gonna rebuke you.
Man, chill out. It don't even take all that Pillsbury doses.
It does take all that. I'm gonna wake you and that demon up.
Hell yeah, and I'm gonna wake your caseworker up. Hold up.
Okay, if you're gonna go in on somebody, at least do it be in a funny way like that, and it's not all just deliberately hugely insulting. Jesus Christ, y'all. Them people before that went in on that lady. That was just, good gosh. Especially she thought she felt beautiful. She thought she felt beautiful. So if she thought she felt beautiful, why just wring her out like some kind of dish rag?
A natural diamond for every milestone and every moment.
Welcome, everyone. It's been a
This is why nobody really trusts nobody. Nobody want to do stuff for anybody because they just feel like as soon as they done with you or you make them mad, you gonna turn around and take whatever or everything you done built them up with to build their esteem up and tear down because you didn't mean it in the first place. You're gonna do it to use everything you built to build them up, to tear them right back single down in one foul swoop. That's why nobody want to do nothing for nobody nowadays. The game makers are just being safe because they don't want nobody talking about, and they're not taking risks and stuff like they used to, because people be dragging them for filth. They still dragging them for filth, so they might as well just go for it and make money instead of just being safe and kowtowing to these few little people. Let me just.
while. A lot of personal things has been going on recently in all directions of my life, and I just hadn't had the time to make any videos because of it. I will try to upload and comment when I can. So thanks everyone for understanding and for being here. Let's go ahead and dive in.
Who even is he? So the Count Saint Germain is said to be a mysterious, wealthy, and charismatic man who appeared in various parts of Europe in the 18th century. He was known for his knowledge in science, music, and art, as well as his ability to speak many languages. But the most interesting thing about him is his claim to have discovered the secret to immortality. And a lot of people believed he never aged. One of the most popular theories about the Count Saint Germain is that he is immortal. People believe he found the secret to eternal life, and that's why he's able to keep his young... What word would I want to use? It's the reason he doesn't age, basically. So a lot of people believe that he found the secret to immortality, and that's why he doesn't age. Another theory is that he's able to freely move through different periods of time. You don't know what that means? That means people believe that he is a time traveler. If you watched my first video on the Count Saint Germain, then you already know this theory, that he's a vampire. But I want to get into this theory right here, the alchemist theory. So some believe that he was an alchemist and he could turn base metals into gold. Saint Germain was also rumored to possess the Philosopher's Stone, which is basically the ultimate goal of an alchemist. Okay, so according to ancient texts about alchemy, the Philosopher's Stone, it's said to grant you eternal life. And this is how some people believe he's maintained his youthful appearance throughout several centuries. Makes sense. Makes sense. Now I know this is part of old legend and old myth, so some people need me to say this, that it's myth and that it's legend. I think we can agree on the fact that it is really interesting.
The thing is, would you really want to be immortal? I'm 33 years old and the thought of being immortal on Earth just sounds like absolute eternal hell to me.
The following video is from a witness.
No, I would not like to be immortal here on this wretched earth. I'd rather go up there and be with God, Jesus, or him. They gonna come down and give us a new heaven and new earth. But the little all of this heavy crazy thing with these crazy folk, my crazy bones, what they do right now, no, thank you.
In Ecuador, he said he was walking along the beach when he noticed this massive black cloud hovering right above the water. And he has no good explanation as to what caused this or why it's there, but it does oddly look like some sort of cloak shift. It's weird that it's just sitting above the water. Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
Fenómeno, una nube negra en pleno cielo azul.
a la mañanita. Increíble. Una nube extraña. Observen. Todo está azul. Y una nube extraña. Mire, patrón, esa nube. ¿Qué será, no? Una nube extraña bajita sobre el mar. ¿De qué se trata? No se sabe.
I've never seen a cloud that low, but it's a natural phenomenon or is it something more strange? I honestly couldn't tell you.
Winterland, tell me all your secrets.
Milking room. I hope you cows are decent. Oh, crap on a crutch!
Ow! Ugh, my bones are so brittle. But I always drink plenty of milk.
How long before the WEF comes out and states that all milk by 2030 will be made by rats? If they can promote cricket burgers and fake meat, I'm sure they would chance their arm for rat milk.
Are you saying that the bill is designed in such a way that that it's just opaque, that there's a looseness, there's a great freedom given there to the authorities? I mean, in other words, the risk is based on what they define the risk to be, rather than actually properly set out scientifically.
Absolutely. It'll no longer be based on medical evidence. So when you go to court and they can get a court order ex parte, which means that you don't have to even be there.
Okay.
You don't have the right to be there and see, hear and test the evidence.
So somebody from the health area can go into court, say, we believe this person over here is a risk. You're not even there. Might be a risk.
With no definitive proof.
And then what happens next? Then they get a court, let's say they're successful in the ex parte action. What happens then?
They can get a court order placed against the person, the premises or the thing. So I would say that the person would be some sort of medical intervention. When it comes to the thing and the premises, they can be detained. So seized. The government can seize your assets. They can also destroy your assets. It explicitly states that in the consultation.
Freedom given there to the authority.
Ow! Ugh, my bones are so brittle. But I always drink plenty of milk.
How long before the WEF comes out and states that all milk by 2030 will be made by rats? If they can promote cricket burgers and fake meat, I'm sure they would chance their arm for rat milk.
Are you saying that the bill is designed in such a way that it's just opaque, that there's a looseness, there's a great freedom given there to the authorities? I mean, in other words, the risk is based on what they define the risk to be, rather than actually properly set out scientifically.
Absolutely. It'll no longer be based on medical evidence. So when you go to court and they can get a court order ex parte, which means that you don't have to even be there. You don't have the right to be there and see, hear and test the evidence.
So somebody from the health area can go into court, say, we believe this person over here is a risk. You're not even there.
Might
be a risk.
With no definitive proof.
And then what happens next? Then they get a court, let's say they're successful in the ex parte action. What happens then?
They can get a court order placed against the person, the premises or the thing. So I would say that the person would be some sort of medical intervention. When it comes to the thing and the premises, they can be detained. So seized. The government can seize your assets. They can also destroy your assets. It explicitly states that in the consultation.
That's extraordinary. And can I be? Can I just be pushed into the back of an ambulance and brought off and jabbed inside in a hospital with a vaccine I don't want to take?
According to page 47, yes.
So I can be removed. I could be removed and taken off to hospital against my consent. But on what grounds?
If you are a risk.
But how do they define being a risk?
This is everybody's focusing on page 47, which is what they're going to do. The rest of the document is more about how they are going to do it. So how they're going to do it is that the issue is that you do have rights, be it inalienable human rights. You do have this rights, but there's a provision within that you do no harm. So they're creating this scenario that you are a risk and a harm to circumvent your rights. And they're changing the rule of law and they're changing the rule of the magistrates court to achieve this, where they're reducing the reasonable suspicion that is needed. So it's no longer medical evidence that's needed. It's very vague. So it'll be computer modeling or a theoretical risk where you could present harm. You may be a risk. It's very, very vague language. They don't even identify what a notifiable disease is. And it's an all hazards approach. So all hazards means an expansion of the risks and harms that the government need to protect you from, and they force their protectionism on you and criminalize you if you don't accept it. They need this totalitarian control because
Why? Why
for
do you
me,
think so?
what I have seen happen is, so you have a real asset, and the economy has been increasingly financialized. So that has been bet against, barred against, insured against, and so on. So money was made from money. That is starting to break down. So now you'll notice that they're going after the real assets. And that's why you see these natural asset companies and the like. So they're going after real assets, and the people are a real asset. So they need to control people before they realize that there's no backing to any of this. And for me, what I'm seeing is they're just going to keep on running. Inflation is going to continue until everything breaks. And they're trying to get in control over the people. Because right now the people are controlled through the monetary system.
So they're trying to get ahead of the masses coming for them, basically, I think is what you're saying.
If this idea is that we can remove your civil liberties in order to protect you, or if we can surveil you and monitor you, we can protect you that way. So if everybody just gets a digital ID and you allow for mass surveillance, then, we can just go back to our daily lives. The same thing that they did with the COVID pass. If you just take the pass, then you can go back to living your life. If you don't accept the pass, you don't get to live your life. You don't get to participate in society anymore. They have to get in digital ID before they can progress with CBDC. They need the data. And then they combine that data with the control mechanism of CBDC.
Yeah, because they made an attempt in Geneva. I'm sure you're aware of this, at the World Health Assembly, to get the whole world to move into the electronic IDs, and it failed because a lot of the developing countries simply didn't have the technology to do it. So it was back to paper and pen.
Let's see it for what it is. It's not about health risks. It's about the few who are in fear of retaliation against them for what they are doing to society and to the people, and soon to be global.
It is my husband's funeral, which unfortunately I cannot make because obviously I am busy here in Tunisia. I would have loved to have gone. We were together for 17 years. Unfortunately for me, he did decide to die on the week I had planned to come on holiday. So I did make the decision not to go because, I need a holiday at the end of the day. My holiday is way more important than sitting in a church watching people cry. I would love to give him a good send-off. So I'm going to get absolutely drunk tonight with this new guy that I met. And I'm going to raise a glass for you, Jeremy, because you were an amazing husband, very rich. I can't wait to do the will reading when I'm home. I have made sure I'm going to be home in time to do the will reading because I would not miss that for the world, because obviously I am due to get a lot of money, and that's a very, very important thing to me. So I hope you have a good funeral today, Jeremy. Love you. All good things have to come to an end.
Something tells me that the only thing turning up to her funeral will be a cement mixer to ensure that no one else has to deal with her drivel ever again.
Here's what he had to say in 1996.
Sleek and alluring. So too the woman who wears it. Le'Veon Silhouette. Exclusively at Jared.
Having Grainger as a partner, they make it very easy for us to keep our events safe.
Start by secretly creating a problem in the world and making sure someone else is blamed for it in the public arena, in the public mind. It could be a run on a currency, it could be a government collapse, at its most extreme it could be a war, because the two world wars in this century were funded, all sides were funded by the same people. Provable. The same people that funded the Allies in the Second World War and funded the Soviet Union also funded Hitler. Through loans from America, known as the Young Plan and the Dawes Plan, and also via the German subsidiaries of American multinational companies. Why would they do that? Why would someone want to fund all sides in a war? What is good is a war? Well, first of all, on one level, it makes vast amounts of money if you're lending money to all sides and you're also selling them lots of arms and all that stuff. But the fundamental reason for a war is to change the nature of post-war society. And what we saw in the First World War and the Second World War were massive global examples of problem-reaction solution. We are looking at a gigantic con trick before our eyes. We don't live in a democracy in this country or in America or in these other places. We live in a one-party state where the same force from the peak of the pyramid string pulls all sides. The creation of a one-world government, to which nation-states would be principalities, administrative units, a world central bank which would administer all financial transactions on the planet, a world currency which wouldn't be coins and notes, it would be merely electronic, cashless society, for which there are fundamental implications for freedom, as we'll see as we go along tonight. A world army under centralized control, with nation-state armies dismantled under the justification of seeking peace, and a microchipped population linked to a global computer, the latter of which sounds bizarre to many people on first hearing, except that we are ridiculously close to it and the technology already exists. So World Health Organization says there's going to be a measles epidemic next year. Get vaccinated. Get your children vaccinated. You're a bad parent if you don't. Then the same people that organize that then start flogging out the vaccine and make a fortune out of it. So if we take one element of that under problem reaction solution, it's amazing the extent to which we have given our power away, our spiritual power. It's all about taking our power back. Because once we do that, it's all over. In 1991, even in America, a virtually unknown governor for Arkansas called Bill Clinton was invited to the Bilderberg meeting in Baden-Baden, Germany, Within a year, this guy is successfully running for president of the United States. 1993, another relatively unknown Labour Party Home Affairs spokesman in Britain called Tony Blair was invited to the Bilderberg meeting in Greece, along with his opponent, the Conservative Chancellor, Kenneth Clarke, by the way. Within a year, Tony Blair is leader of the Labour Party and, barring a miracle, will become Prime Minister of this country.
I can't say much regarding this clip because I'll get a strike, but BlackRock comes to mind.
Let's talk about how the Soviet Union has 69 years of classified events that we'll never know of. For real, that's actually how long they lasted for. But the discovery of the Tsul Princess is one of the few deep dark secrets that managed to see the light of day. Back in 1969, nice, near the village of Tusulski in the Russian tundra of Siberia, a team of coal miners were busy digging deep into the ground. They were about 70 meters, which is 21 stories straight down. When the miners hit a wall that felt looser than the rest, like it was hollow on the inside. They struck it real hard and the rubble came crumbling down, uncovering a hidden tunnel that they definitely did not dig themselves. A few of them go inside this tunnel to see what's in there, and before long they come across something that none of them expected to find. A closed coffin, like 70 meters deep underground in a coal mine hidden inside a previously unknown tunnel system. This was something big. They dust it off and realize this ain't no regular coffin, but an ornately decorated white marble sarcophagus about 8 feet in length. Whatever this was, it was special, and the higher-ups would be paying big bucks for it. The miners tell their plant managers, who take a look and instantly call in the military for full extraction. But they all realized once the Soviet army comes in, they're probably never going to see this coffin ever again. Hoping to get something out of this monumental discovery, they managed to pry open the lid to find the body of a perfectly preserved woman inside, wearing a slightly see-through dress. She appeared to be about 30 years old, but the most interesting thing about her was that she was fully submerged in a pink liquid that filled the entire coffin. Her eyes were also wide open and was so well preserved that she almost looked like she was still alive. The army gets there and they try to lift the sarcophagus out of the mine shaft, but it's way too heavy to move. So, thinking nothing of it, they drained the liquid from the coffin to lighten the load, too quickly to realize just how grave this mistake was. As soon as the pink liquid emptied from around the woman, she instantly started to decay and turn black. Turns out, whatever this liquid was, it seemed to be preserving her to near perfection. They airlift it out of there and bring the coffin to a research lab where the scientists could not for the life of them identify what the pink liquid could have been. And when they dated the corpse to see how old the woman was, no one could believe what age they got. Immediately after this, the mine was shut down. The miners all let go, letting the military take over the facility in the 70s. The village of Tusulski nearby all hear about this find and the army takeover, and everyone's talking about it. With many residents from the town very clearly recall hearing about it at school and all over the news at the time. For all they knew, this wasn't a myth. It actually happened. When the KGB starts investigating the matter, all of a sudden the news stations stop talking about it, and follow-up reports come out saying that it was all false information. And just like that, the entire discovery is painted as a hoax. Until decades later, when the Soviet Union fell, military operations like these got declassified, and articles reporting on it brought it back to the public eye. But the real craziest, most unbelievable part of it all, this coffin is allegedly said to have been over 800 million years old.
For me personally, 800 million years old is a stretch. However, I do believe the story to be true, and I can also see the higher-ups trying to cover it, which makes you think just how much other stuff have they covered up over the years. I'm all for the rake, but if you're telling me you can turn handles on that itself in homes, then it better make a good cup of tea, hey.
ChatGPT, do they have artificial intelligence that can run entire social media accounts?
Sure. AI can now fully manage social media accounts. It can create posts, respond to comments, send direct messages, and engage with followers. Tools like ChatGPT, Midjourney, and automation bots handle these tasks. This technology is widely used in marketing, customer service, and personal branding.
Hey ChatGPT, does the government use these accounts to interfere in social, political, and science topics?
Yes, governments and organizations have been known to use AI-driven accounts to influence political, social, or scientific discussions. These bot accounts, or AI-managed profiles, can amplify specific narratives, suppress dissent, or shape public opinion. It's part of modern information warfare and propaganda strategies. Modern information warfare and propaganda strategies.
Imagine an online where 90% of the faces you see, the comments you read, the conversations and discussions you hold are nothing but propaganda bots. That's probably very true to life right now.
I'm surprised people haven't really understood this by now, but if you're in your spiritual awakening, you got to stop watching scary movies. These horror films, these things, they're not beneficial for you. Where do you think they come from? And for everybody who thinks this is a conspiracy theory, you need to look up the word. Conspiracy, to conspire, it means to think. A theory is a concept, and a conspiracy theorist are only a group of thinkers. Then it got turned into something weird and like evil, but it didn't start out that way. It's a group of thinkers, people who think. And thinking is severely lacking nowadays. People don't think. People do not think at all. People only think that they think. People only assume that they think. They don't even think. They don't process thoughts. They don't process ideas. They receive ideas and then they just accept it. They don't care who it comes from. They don't care if it comes from the devil. They just accept it. When you are watching a movie, a scary movie, you will be presented with new images in your mind. These images will then influence you in one way or another. You might think that somebody's lurking in the dark when you are turning off the lights in your stairwell. Something unique is happening here. You're being tormented. This is the beginning. It's a vector point. It's a gateway to spiritual warfare. And this is not something, I understand if you educated people, the people with the doctoral degrees, the master's degrees, all of these degrees, you might think that this is beneath you. But how do you know the word if you don't know the word? Everything is a spiritual projection. Everything is a spiritual projection. How do I know? The word life? The word life, it means spiritual existence imparted by God. Everything that has existence has life, and it was gifted to us by God. That's life. That is life itself. Everything. When you see scary movies, you will undoubtedly shift your path. There's no purpose for them. They're here to destroy you. They're here to implant the imposter syndrome. What do you think? When was the last scary movie that you watched?
If you look back at some of the horror movies in the past, like The Exorcist, Poltergeist, and The Conjuring, many people started to experience paranormal at home or in their lives. So I do believe this type of stuff can enter your home when you watch these films and shows.
They take pictures of the parasites that get out of you on these different deworming programs. A woman got 18-inch long critters out of her that were so thick she couldn't get them into a top of a juice bottle. They're usually translucent, they're usually white, and there's some of them that look like tarantula spiders, some of them look like grasshoppers, some of them look like little tiny miniature sailboats, some of them look like little spacecraft.
I bet it feels like pressed against you, strawberry kiss.
This is truly going to blow your mind. It'll change the way that you view health altogether. This guy looked through these books from the 1800s and he noticed they all had parasite cleansers.
And what did they know back then? What were they doing? Guessing? I started finding books that were published by doctors through the 1800s, books that they read and books that they learned from. And lo and behold, out of every single book were deworming programs, parasite programs. For doctors in those days did autopsies and they found parasites. And I looked at that and I got a hold of doctors and they said, no, we don't have parasites today. So we started to search for parasite programs just to see what was going on, to see if maybe something was happening that we really didn't understand. So I did myself first. And lo and behold, I got 8 and 10-inch critters out of me. They were white. First of all, they were in the toilet water and they were all bunched up. I thought it was mucus. Until, just for a curiosity, I threw some hot water in the toilet to warm it up and then went, and gosh, they strung out and they were swimming all over. We're now doing pictures in color out of clinics where you go potty on a special pot screen in it and they take pictures of the parasites that get out of you on these different deworming programs. Now, this is really strange stuff. I have never yet dewormed anyone where they didn't tell me, hey, I feel 25% better. When you got halitosis, you're loaded, because that's worm urine and worm droppings that you're breathing out. So it's no wonder your breath's bad. When they pee, that's called ammonia. So just go to a doctor, have a blood test, and see what level of ammonia is in your blood. If you have ammonia in your blood, that's called worm urine. You get a headache. You got the headache because the worms are all peeing, trying to get you to eat something else. They're trying to make you sick so you'll get off of what you're doing and start eating. So you take some arginine and orthanine, and in about 20 minutes, if the headache's gone, You've neutralized the worm urine, and you know that you're loaded. All children have little tiny pimples on the backs of their arms, or little tiny pimples here on the edges of their cheeks, have 5 varieties of critters in them. 5 varieties. It's time to it's time to get them out.
It's scary to know that we all have these little fellas in our bodies who cause all types of problems, yet we don't have a cure for the wee rascals, as far as I'm aware anyway.
Future strategic issues in 2025. I decided to just flip through it quickly to see what it was about. I was a little stunned on page 4. The presentation is based in all cases upon existing data, trends, analysis technologies, no pixie dust. And the entire premise of the document, or the PowerPoint, is about robots, cyborgs, and humans, a conflict between future and now. And I thought, what are they covering up? And that's why we're talking right now, because I think most people would be shocked to find on page 93.
So who wrote this document, and was this intentional? Did they want the public to see this, do you think? Or
The most wealthy, rich men on the face of the planet always telegraph everything that they're going to do. So the fact that it was on the NASA website, it was certainly available to the public, but did they see it? Obviously not. That's the purpose of this discussion, is for people to know about this document. Radiation frequencies against our brains, etc. On page 93, they say exploit CNN syndrome. You can watch the movie called Psy-War. Human limitations and human downsides. Humans are too large, humans are too heavy, too tender, humans are too slow, both physically and mentally. We cost way too much money to maintain. And humans have rapidly decreasing to negative value. Can you even believe this? I mean, you're hearing this, and it's got to be rather shocking. This is the corporations' agencies. For example, on page 45, beam weapons increasingly prevalent. About on page 9, this is very interesting. They're going to direct evolution. Global elites believe that they have accomplished immortality. And they're doing that, again, keeping in mind that this entire document is about robots, cyborgs, and humans. They've already mapped our brains. We've just recently heard that they can transfer a human brain into machinery. So whenever they tell us that this is a new scientific discovery, we know it's been decades and decades prior to us ever finding out. They say that this micron-sized mechanized dust, they talk about the use of low frequencies, microwave frequencies, and they say 100% of the human population will be affected by these frequencies. Effects of frequencies and how it will be used, they acknowledge that it will interfere with our performance. We acknowledge this in this document.
It's wild to see that even back in this time, people could see what the globalist goals were for the population at a time where maybe email was the biggest thing in tech.
You know, Coach Prime, health insurance does leave a gap.
But Aflac gives people money to help close that gap. Oh, Coach Prime got one on the line too, baby.
See, that's how you hold up a...
So the Acambora artifacts were discovered in Mexico in 1994. They consisted of 33,000 artifacts found, and the carbon date put them back 6,500 years ago, which would have been 4,500 BC. Jeez. But the artifacts were so strange, and I've never heard of them, probably because the story's trying to get swamped over by the Smithsonian. But these artifacts, they consisted of stone and clay, like figurines and stuff, of like dinosaurs. And like, there was one figurine of a warrior riding a triceratops. And they had other figurines of like mermaids, human-animal hybrids. They even had one that looked like Bigfoot. No way. And then other ones that like resembled giants and like just this crazy stuff that like totally messes with the whole narrative that humans interacted with dinosaurs. Yeah. Because there's a man riding a dinosaur.
The timeline is scrambled.
It was authenticated by 3 men in the profession that were like, they knew what they were looking at. And what. But then the Smithsonian, so they came in like, nope, it's a fraud. None of these are real. We're going to carbon date it ourselves. And they did. And they're like, these are only 30 years old. Everyone's like, what?
I honestly don't know how they managed to carbon date something to be like 3 million years old or 40 billion years old. Personally, I think it's BS. But one thing I do believe is that humans were around when dinosaurs roamed the earth. I do believe that to be a fact.
When do you think the first ever alien sighting would have been? Ever recorded in history?
First?
Yeah.
Before the E.T. movie was made, because there's no way that they made E.T. based off, you know what I mean?
They actually had the first recording or first ever reporting of an alien or actually a UFO back in 1581, bro.
1581? God.
Sorry, 1561 in Nuremberg, Germany. In Nuremberg, Germany. 1561 is the first time they've documented and told a story, painted, and pretty much said all of these eyewitnesses saw an event happening in the sky. I'm gonna show you the picture. I'm gonna show you the picture. Because this is real history. Okay. This is a historic painting, and they wrote a story beside it. Check this out. Boom. This is on some like medieval times, shit, you know? Gosh. But this is what they're depicting, and this is pretty much what they said was long time ago, there was a war in the sky. And that's what they said. They said there was war in the sky, but they couldn't, I guess, comprehend what was going on. All they said was there were shapes, rectangles, circles, squares, crosses, floating and hitting each other and exploding. And there was one specific shape in the sky that was the shape of like an arrow, like this. You see this?
Yeah.
And they said it would stay still in the sky while all this was happening. Also, while all this was happening, certain shapes, once they were hit or once they were done moving, they would fall from the sky and drop into the village and explode. Now check this out. What? So where are all those artifacts though? That's a thing.
Buried in the ground?
I don't know.
I'm not sure about this one, to be honest, but what's your thoughts on this?
This right here is a Krampus celebration going on in Norway. I'm not trying to ruin Christmas for you. I'm just showing you how other people celebrate Christmas around the world. By the way, credit to that guy right there. So this right here, Krampus, is actually a half demon, some other kind of monster that's supposed to come and punish children, and he comes on behalf and with Saint Nick. This story gets a whole lot stranger and a whole lot darker in 1 second. That second is now. You're probably wondering, what does Krampus do to adults? He comes to put people in the chains of bondage. You can't even make this up. Which brings us to Saint Nick. Have y'all ever thought it strange that Santa Claus lives at the North Pole? He sees you when you're sleeping, he sees you when you're awake, he's all-knowing, omnipotent, always there to give someone according to their works. He punishes the children badly with arch rods. And the North Pole, where Santa lives, being omnipotent, they also have the aurora, which the colors mimic that of God's throne. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to make Santa in the likeness of God and an anagram for Satan, just for fun. And the North Pole, home to Rufus Niger, the great magnetic mountain of the North. Also on all the maps before the 1700s. I would even argue more protected than Antarctica itself. Wonder why? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
I believe that Santa was made up to destroy any hopes of being a Christian, because once a child realizes that Santa isn't real, isn't this man in the sky, who knows your works, who gifts you for good deeds but not for bad deeds, then that child will find it even more difficult to believe in God. Not to mention how Santa is an anagram for Satan. It's the perfect poison if you think about it.
I agree. That's exactly what I've been saying. And then one time, one of my friends, my family members they didn't get upset, but they did point out that I did burst the child's bubble. And I was very honest with the child. And I was like, Santa Claus ain't real, but Jesus Christ is real. And you can take that to the bank. That's who you need to pray to and worry about whether you're being bad or good and getting gifts for. And I was like, okay, I ain't studying no Santa Claus. They was the people, parents looking at me like, tell children. I ain't studying telling no children about no fake Santa Claus and Easter Bunny. I sure do tell. I be like, don't bring your children around me then, because I'm gonna burst them bubbles about reality. I'm gonna tell them ain't no Easter Bunny and the two various, your mom and daddy. But it's God out there, because he's right. It does come in, because you will lump it all together as make believe mumbo jumbo stuff. And God is not the Easter Bunny or a leprechaun or fairies or a genie or none of that. Or no man in no scout, no bead.
Something is lost. I don't even know.
What is that? Oh.
Literally no reason. My boss said it's because you're on your phone too much. You're too distracted at work.
Thanks, but not for bad deeds, then that child will find it even more difficult to believe in God. Not to mention how Santa is an anagram for Satan. It's the perfect poison if you think about it.
Something is lost. I don't even know.
What is that? Oh.
no reason. My boss said it's because you're on your phone too much, you're too distracted at work.
Thanks everyone for chilling with me to the very end, and if you haven't already, smash that like and subscribe button, and I hope to see you again on the next one. Until then, take care everyone.
I love watching the progress of the boys and talking to other parents and hearing stories of success, watching their own children